with deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
No headset, Joe?
No, I mean, I'm here by myself, so who's listening?
How are the
Ilya,
neighbors?
dude.
Well, I'll ask you during the pod.
Everyone's fine.
I just need to pull up the Manscaped sends new copy every week now. So
They're invested, dude. Their copy like a week or two ago was like phenomenal.
they're the best.
They got like a playwright over there in their copy department.
They're really
David Mamet.
Yeah.
they're really stepping up the game.
Manscaped what? You want me to scape my man? No. Listen to me. I am listening to you. No, listen close. I need you to manscape your scape so you can be on top of it. That's my David Mamet impression. A lot of repetition.
I love that. Not enough swearing though. He's got to have some more
Yeah.
swearing. Maybe. Does he have a lot of swearing in his plays?
Yeah. Glenn Gary leads.
Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross.
That's a good movie.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it. I should watch it.
You never
You
seen
haven't
it?
seen it?
No.
Oh, you
it's
gotta
great.
watch it.
On,
It's the best.
Yeah, I've
They're
never
streaming
watched
on
it.
HBO right now.
You've never seen it, Joe? Joe, it would be your favorite movie of all time.
No.
I've only seen the.
Oh, I mean, I'll try watching it.
Joe's favorite movie is Richard Jewell. I just love when Chad does an impression of Joe saying Richard Jewell.
I still haven't watched that.
Richard Jewell.
That was the only movie. Joe comes up to me and he goes, Richard Jewell, that might be the first movie I see in theaters in 5 years.
Still haven't watched it.
Why do you like it so much?
I don't know. I don't. I think it's an interesting story. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to see it. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Scooby-Doo Bop. And
Stop.
no, I almost said something that rhymed with cock. I was like, maybe I should intro that
Scooby-Doo
one.
cock.
You are about to
Scooby-Doo-
talk about manscaping.
No, the rhyme that came in my head is Scooby-Doo Bop sucked my q-tine cock. I don't think that's good for the pod.
I'll send you a clip of it before I post it.
Okay.
See how it sounds. I like it.
Give me the fries, give me the burger, and put on that sauce. This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. Guys, before we begin, I want to remind you once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dongles are looking fresh and clean. And guys, we're all prepping for the reopening. And when you reopen, you also want to reopen your dong with some nice looking pubes. So use code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com to get 20% off plus free shipping. That's GODEEP20 at manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping. And I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom, clap, Stokers. What up, dog?
And here with Strider.
Friggin' what up, bros? Pleasure, dude. Always stoked to hop on the pod with my dogs, dude.
Great to have you back. And then with the strictly angry haircut, we got Joe Marisi.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, it's time to face reality. I'm a bald man. So,
Are you gonna stay bald?
I don't want, because when it grows back, then there's like a lot of hair here, and I don't want to be George Costanza because the top grows very slow. So I want one length. I don't want spotty hair, like a spotty beard. Like those guys that have spotty beards, I have spotty hair. It's the opposite.
I don't know,
Joe,
man.
I'm
I
right
like
here,
your
Joe.
hair.
Yeah, I like it too. I mean, there's like two chicks that DM me.
I like that
Yeah.
you went full commit, dude. That's what I like. I like that.
Yeah, because I just now's the time to experiment.
I think it needs a little bit of hair on it though. Like right now it looks good with like a 5 o'clock shadow on there. I think when it's just bone, it's a little intimidating.
Well, I just think it needs to get tan. Like today I was out in the sun, it's a little bit red. I think if it gets tan, then it looks, it looks better
Yeah.
because when it's tan, then it's like, oh, is that hair? No, that's just skin. But because if it's white, it looks too shiny and you look sickly.
Yeah, I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
dude, if you start now, just start doing push-ups, squats all day long, and heavy upper body, upper girdle routine. Could be the that Mr. Clean dude for Halloween, like the
Yeah,
not the
maybe I
brownie
will.
dudes with the flannel,
Oh,
but
yeah.
flannel, but like Mr. Clean. That'd be a sick Halloween costume, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Squad, how you guys holding up in the teen?
Chilling, dude.
yeah,
Pretty-
chilling, just pretty much, ready to not do this anymore.
Yeah, I feel you.
Getting tired of sitting here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could hear your even when you call me, I can hear your frustration. You're ready.
Yeah, I'm really depressed.
You're fully depressed?
You get excited when you call me. You yell at me.
Yeah, I've been getting in arguments with people too. Kind of feels good though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels good to exact some emotion. Dude, we should get a number 43 Kahuna, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Tomorrow or Saturday, we'll do that.
Perfect. It's a good
Where do you
move.
get
Go ahead, Chad.
where do you get the 43 Kahuna?
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, they're number 43 at Jersey
Oh.
Mike.
Oh, is that the Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah, it's the Philly
Yeah, with
cheesesteak.
Chipotle mayo.
Oh.
Dude, it's so good.
So good,
Oh.
dude. I'm 53 might be the Kahuna. I might be mistaken, but yeah, the we're talking about the number 43, the cheesesteak with the dank Chipotle mayo on there. Baby.
Yeah.
That,
I think
that'll
Oh.
lift
that's
your
Philly
Q-tine
cheesesteak
blues.
in LA.
And
Yeah,
if you eat enough
oh.
cheesesteaks, you won't want to go out. You'll want to stay right where you are. So
Dude,
it's
good
kind of a
call.
nice little, subconscious little mind body trick right there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that style.
House cheesesteaks. You won't want to go out. You won't want to leave your house.
They're conducive to sitting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Pastrami, all these things. Nice Reuben. That'll make you want to stay inside.
Oh,
If you eat a Reuben and you want to go run like a 5K, you're an elite person. That's like MJ.
yeah.
Yeah, smoking all those stogies.
Dude, yeah, the guys – I only
Yeah,
thought he
that's
started
amazing.
smoking stogies later in life. He was smoking stogies like at North Carolina, it seemed like, dude. What's going on?
Dude, the image of him with the cigar and the baseball bat when he's talking about how it's easy to talk shit when you're up, that was like my
Oh.
favorite image I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It was so great.
He's
So
the best.
effortlessly captivating. Yeah.
I would love to hear – dude, honestly, this documentary, I love it so much. And they haven't even gotten into the Utah Jazz stuff. I feel like that they're going to hit it, obviously in these last steps. But, dude,
Yeah.
wasn't Stockton a huge shit talker? Like John Stockton was like one of the notorious big shit talkers.
Yeah,
I don't
Stockton
think-
was
or just a dirty
notoriously
player.
a dirty
Dirty
player,
player,
hit
yeah.
talker. Yeah.
Okay, he didn't talk smack. He would just like smack your nuts.
I think stuff
Yeah,
like
he,
that.
he would do
Yeah.
scrappy stuff with his elbows, and yeah, he would
Right.
get away with it too.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Because he's such a skinny dude.
Yeah, just a little bitch. Well, no one expects. Yeah, no one expects. Stockton looks like this clean-cut guy, and
Yeah.
doesn't look like he's up to any kind of trouble, but he was.
Yeah.
How weird is it that Jeff Hornacek was a good basketball player? You look at Jeff Hornacek and you're like, dude, this guy needs to give me like financial advice or like tax advice, and then the guy's just freaking lights out from beyond the arc.
Yeah, the guy could
And then
shoot.
he's right here, dude. Shooting his free throws.
Yeah, he would
He's
say
not
hi
like
to
that, dude.
the kid
Giving
on
it up to his
free
wife.
throw line.
Oh, that's what he would do?
Yeah,
didn't know
it was.
that.
He would be saying
Yeah,
hi
when he
to his
did
wife.
this, it was his wave to his family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike Doug Christie, who is the most annoying basketball player of all time. Doug Christie, I don't think anyone's ever made me as upset as Doug Christie.
Hudson.
Was that because you love Kobe too?
I think it's
he
just
was-
it's my love of Kobe that was turned into hate for
Doug Christie, was he on the Kings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in the Kings. I actually liked a lot of the players on the Kings team. I loved Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, that was a
I like
fun
Chris
team.
Webber.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Weber?
Yeah, I like Webber.
I
Yeah,
always thought Weber was cool.
he was.
Yeah, he was great. I remember when he got mad at the media because they were talking too much about him dating Tyra Banks, and he got all fired up in the locker room. He's like, "I grant all you dudes interviews, and you put my shit out into public. I'm done with all of you." I was like, "Get him, Chris." Don't let him blow up your spot.
Yeah, dude. The media going after Jordan, dude. They're taking down Jordan. I mean, God.
Yeah, he had it up to here with those guys.
Yeah, very little
Too
time
much.
spent with Jordan's personal life. You get nothing into who he dated or his family and stuff like that.
Mm.
10
Well, he
parts.
was married for a while.
For a long time.
Is he
Yeah,
is he
I
not
am
married
curious.
anymore?
No, well, he's remarried to a
Oh,
younger,
okay.
really hot chick,
Nice.
but he's got 3 kids with his older wife. He might have some kids with this wife too. I think I heard
Yeah.
something about
Yeah,
that.
he's
His
got some new
twin
ones.
girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Dude, I think it'd pick up basketball games. Guys are going to be being harder on people, on each other at the courts. I think that's going to be the Jordan effect from this
Totally.
doc. Because
Yeah.
it's really romanticized, like being tough on people to bring out the best in them. So you're going to
Yeah.
get guys who have always felt like they should be doing that, and they're just going to be at the pickup courts like, you're better than that. You got to get that rebound. I expect more from you. And you're going to.
And you know what I really liked about it too is how he talked about how, growing up, how competitive are, like if you have brothers and you're playing sports every day, just how competitive it gets.
Oh yeah.
That reminded me of playing with my brother and my cousins because it would get heated, but we that's why we made each other better. That's why I made the all-star team every year at baseball. Because I had those, I don't know, it would be an interesting poll to see how many professional athletes are only child, because I feel like you have to have a brother or somebody pushing you. That would be interesting to know. I bet you
Yeah.
most professional athletes have siblings. But that's probably a dumb poll because most people in the world probably have siblings. But
It's interesting.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's an interesting
Interesting question.
concept.
I think so for
I think-
sure.
I think you gotta look at their dads too. I think the dads are a huge factor.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but they can't ball. They're not in the trenches, though.
I
Right.
used
Like
to, I
we
used to,
played games of 21 in my cousin's basement. It was just we were it was like the bad boys down there.
wait on a 10-foot hoop. They had a 10-foot hoop in their basement.
No, it was, we were little kids. It was like a Fisher Price hoop that would
Oh, okay.
go to 6 or 7 feet. But it was one of those with a really hard rim so you could use a regular ball, but a mini ball.
Nice.
I'm talking when we're 8, 10 years old. We're not, we're little kids.
But you're seeding that competitive attitude that's going to pay
Yeah,
dividends.
yeah,
in
absolutely.
later
Yeah, that's
years.
right.
Yeah, I would be too much with my brother because he was kind of more passive than me, and I'd be like, "You're not competitive enough," and we'd be working out together. And I remember one time I was like, "Get more jacked when you do bench. Get more pumped up." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Dude," he's like, "You got
I
to
don't
chill."
know what
And
it
I
is.
was
But yeah, for me growing up, when we play sports, there was nothing more gratifying to me than beating my brother. It just,
Yeah.
because he's 2 years older than me, so it was just motivate, And he would talk shit. I feel like the oldest in the family always talks the most shit.
Yeah.
In my experience, I think that's the thing. But yeah, it's nothing better than beating your brother at something.
With my older brothers, when they would get on my ass about shit like that, that would push me farther away from it. I'd be like, it was more rebellious. I'm like, now I'm definitely not going to do what you're asking me to
Oh, so you,
And then-
so you took
and
the
then-
pussy attitude.
do. No, I would just try to beat them in other things.
All right, well, yeah, you got to beat him at something.
I think it was more like they were trying to get me to do things that I just did not want to do. And then, but it did fuel some kind of competitive fire within me to where I'm like, secretly, I'm going to dominate you in this. And then you won't realize it until I'm teabagging you in domination. That was sort of my style.
Dude, my direct older brother, Greg, was he's always a wild card. He's the middle child. And we'd play basketball together. And he'd be like, "We're playing one-on-one. We're playing one-on-one." I'm like, "I don't want to play." And he would just totally abuse me and dominate me at one-on-one. And then he'd go, "All right, I want to take some shots now." And then he would just shoot, and I would have to rebound and kick him the ball. And he'd go, "Kick me the ball. Kick me the ball." And then, dude, one time I had to drop a deuce. And he's like, no, dude, no, you don't have to go. And I'm like, dude, I really have to go. And I crapped my pants and I jumped up for a rebound one time. It was
Come
in, It was
on.
in green gotcha corduroy shorts. Crap.
Dude,
Oh,
will you
I
tell the
love
story
that.
of your brother disrespecting the karate instructor?
Oh yeah, dude. This is great. We went to a karate class at a country club called Marbella Country Club, which on its own is hilarious. And so we go there, dude. My mom just needed like to get. There was 5 kids in my family. Mom's like, I need to put these kids somewhere so I can go and have sanity on my own. And so she's like, all right, you guys are gonna do karate. We're like, all right, cool. And we show up in Sub-Zero and Scorpion costumes instead of Eve, so we didn't have any, dude. My mom, and we're late to everything growing up. We show up 15 minutes late, dude. And me and my brother just walk in, dude. My brother's Scorpion, which I want to be, but he's like, nah, I'm Scorpion. And then I was Sub-Zero, dude. So we show up in those costumes, dude, and just sit there and do it. And the sensei's name was Sensei Barney. And you're supposed to call him Sensei Barney, but my brother would just go, nah, dude, you're just Barney. He would just call him Barney, dude. He's like, you need to call me Sensei. Like, nah, you're Barney. It was hilarious, dude.
Barn.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
I think he ended up getting booted out of that class, and then I ended up becoming a yellow belt, 3 stripes.
Nice.
Dude, nice.
Sick, yeah.
Would you use the Mortal Kombat terms? Like, were you Scorpion or Sub-Zero?
I was Sub-Zero.
So what does he say? Because I know Scorpion says, "Get over here."
Get over
Yeah,
it.
get over
Just
here.
crazy as shit.
So sick. Yes. In the movie, yeah, Sub-Zero's kind of like
Hadouken!
right down the middle type of guy. Yeah, is that
Yeah.
Guile? Hadouken! Or is
Hadouken!
that
I think it's Ken and Ryu,
Ken
right?
and Ryu? Yeah, there's some great.
Dude, the
mo-
Street Fighter animated movie was dope. Did you guys ever watch that? Not the
I
Jean-Claude
never
Van
saw
Damme
the animated.
disaster.
I've only seen the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, which is terrible.
That's got a good oral history because he was just doing a ton of blow and everybody was in over their head making it, and like
I love it.
and it's just JCVD just living his life at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
So
and
good.
Raul Julia like dying.
Oh, and he was dying, yeah.
Yeah.
As he was playing Bison.
Yeah.
That happens
Dude,
in a lot of movies. The guy in The Lives of Others was dying when he played that part. And I think and then Peter Postlewaite in The Town was dying when he made that. It kind of adds to the performances.
Jason Robards, Magnolia.
Aren't we
Oh,
all
yeah.
dying right now, making this podcast? Aren't we from the day we're born starting to die?
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know what
True.
that's a quote from? That's the movie, the Danny DeVito movie when he trains the soldiers.
Renaissance.
Renaissance Man. It's from
Good
Renaissance
movie.
Man.
I was just thinking about that movie the other day when the
It's a
guy
great
Melvin
movie.
was reading a letter from his parents. Yeah. Or his brother. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood that. When you hear stories about people who are doing blow all the time in like the 80s, like making stuff, it's like how do you just continuously do blow? How do you not just wake up one day wanting to blow your head off and not do any? Like, how do you just keep doing work? Like, some of the greatest stuff was made when these guys were on blow. I'm like, for how long? Because I can't take like
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think they do burn out a lot. And I think the system protected them a lot too. Like they probably had days like that and they were like, guys, we're gonna shut down for today because Mel's got a really bad headache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mel Gibson would just be in his trailer like shaking.
And it's
Yeah.
like the arts. It's like he disagreed with an angle in the script, and it's like, no, we're gonna shoot that script. He's just out of his mind.
Yeah.
Guy's yacked out in his trailer. He's got.
And maybe if everybody's on cocaine, it kind of works. Like if it's like 30 sober people and you're the only one on coke, then it doesn't work. But if everyone's on coke, and dude, honestly, everyone
True.
on production does Adderall now too. So when I worked in production, I used to do a ton of Adderall, and I don't think I was the only one. So
yeah.
maybe that's the new coke, just a little bit cleaner and easier to consume.
Dude, now that I'm gaming so much, playing COD, dropping into Warzone with my dogs, it's like, dude, I need some Adderall to keep these late night hours going, dude. Keep my focus to get these W's, dude.
Yeah. Do I hear you?
I got a little.
Season
squirrely
still
last night.
going.
Yeah, JT did get squirrely last night. Wait, what'd you say?
The season's still. You guys are still playing.
I don't know
Yeah.
at this point if I'll ever be able to stop. I think
Dude,
that's the best.
I think I might be getting a little tired of it. Maybe it's just a day-long phase, though.
Yeah.
But I played.
Probably getting tired of it.
It's
I
just a
played-
day thing, dude.
Well, I played one Warzone game last night. I'm like, I'm done.
I get
jealous
sick
don't
of
know.
Warzone. I want to
I-
play more multiplayer.
I
You
don't like.
gotta
I don't like
be tired
multiplayer.
of bagging with Schmoll.
Yeah, maybe he's playing with Schmoll.
Yeah,
That's a good
Schmoll
point.
Daddy. I mean, look, Schmoll. He was one of the worst gamers I've ever played with. Like, dude, he was like, before the system arrived, he was like, dude, we got to play Halo. We got to play Halo. I was like, all right, sick. Yeah, let's play Halo. And I play Halo on Christmas with my brothers and stuff. Like, maybe, obviously like once a year, but probably go
Yeah.
heavy that once a year.
Yeah.
Brush up on my skills. Dude, he was the worst player maybe I've ever played with. Dude, when we got like 2
I thought he was
kills.
a bagging
Hilarious. Dude.
aficionado.
Well, he
He's
does.
gotten better though.
Yeah, he does freak out. Like, where he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't move. And you're like, dude. And he's like, we gotta hide here. We can't. And he's like, who's on the right? I'm like, it's a video game. We gotta move somewhere. I want to actually like shoot people. I don't want to just hang out. Like, and so maybe it's that. I
He's
just
a
need to-
lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing the other day, and Schmoll started playing, and I was like, "What are you up to?" He's like, "Oh, I was just yelling at a detective for like a half hour. It was great." And I'm like, "Nice. Now you're playing video
It's
games."
hilarious.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
What
Dope.
else, guys?
I just got in and out. I got a double with fries. What up, Aaron? And I got another cheeseburger waiting for me. I think I'm gonna go snatch it.
I
Nice.
tried to go there on
dude.
Saturday. I can't. I'm not sitting in a 30-car line.
Yeah, dude. If you try to go to the one up on Sunset Boulevard, dude,
Yeah.
you're
It's
there
crazy.
all day.
It's insane.
It's too nuts. That's
I went
honestly
to-
the worst in and out in the country, I'd say. Just
I mean, I
because
tried to go to
it's busy.
4:30 last Saturday. 4:30 is a good time. It's not. It's in between lunch and dinner. It's supposed to be pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best in and out?
Avery.
Yeah, Avery's solid.
Avery's a dank one, dude.
Garnett in San Diego is pretty good.
Love that one. Used to live
What's
by that one.
Avery?
These
It's
are the
like,
exits.
To exit off of
Oh,
It's a 5.
5.
Like Mission Viejo.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I went to one in Vegas on my way out to Montana, and
Nice.
yeah.
it
There's
was,
one
dude, it was
there.
a really good burger. Like, so
Really?
sometimes it just comes out a little bit hotter and everything's a little bit more melted.
Yeah.
It was like that. And then
Oof.
they were trying to hand me other stuff like boxes, and I said, just give me the burger. They just handed me the
Yeah.
shit, bang, straight in.
Dude,
Love that.
yeah, JT, you're in Montana now. How was that
Yeah, I
drive?
forgot about
The
that.
drive was good, dude. I'm adjusting to being at my dad's. I kind of miss being at my mom's, but it's nice being with my dad. He was having like company and stuff and being a little wild. So, like before I came out here, he was partying, and I was like, you got to stop that. I do respect that he's partying, despite being ill with.
Well, Montana's pretty chill, right?
His county actually has like quite a few cases per capita, but yeah, it's pretty mellow. They only get like 1 new case a day though lately.
Yeah.
But
Your dad's got to be careful.
yeah, my dad's got him careful. The drive was really nice, and then what was I gonna say? Oh, dude, I didn't want to shit in a toilet like at a gas station because I was scared about Corona. So I just went to a strip mall and went behind like a dumpster.
No,
Yeah,
No way.
yeah,
that's
dude.
worse.
No way.
Yeah, and then I just like
What'd
And
you
then-
wipe with?
I brought wet wipes, and I have Purell, and then I dropped my phone a little bit in the.
Now you're
toilet.
giving somebody Corona.
Yeah,
You think
dude,
so?
you're spreading it
Yeah,
through.
someone's gonna eat that shit.
Oh, maybe I'll touch it. Someone's gonna eat it.
Well,
Someone's gonna eat
Who's
it.
gonna go up and eat the
Someone's gonna
dog?
eat it.
homeless guy.
I left $20 on it for whatever homeless guy found it to say sorry.
Did you really?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I did.
great. Yeah. Well, he'll get Corona then for touching.
Dude,
I don't think I got it. I got tested. I'm good.
Yeah, I never had it. I got an antibody test. It was negative.
oh,
You
really?
had it for sure.
Yeah, I negative for antibodies. They said, number one, you have too much muscle and too big of cock. The virus cannot get through.
Oh, you saw Dr. Mizrahi. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Joe, speaking of which, we haven't touched on this. How's the hog, man?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's he's pretty lonely.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to lock down.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
substantial, dude. Did you get your hog separately tested for coronavirus? I mean, it
hog's
has its
food
own.
is flat, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, hog was negative too. Yeah.
Well, did they give you 2 rooms, one for you and one for your hog?
They should have. Yeah.
Do you have to put a face mask on your hog when you go out?
Yeah, just on the tip.
Smart. It's good to be looking out like that.
So
It's
you have to stitch together like 3 regular face masks to make it fit.
good.
Yeah. Takes about 3.
Yeah, did you have to call Mayor Garcetti for some guidelines on what to do with your hog?
I would like to call him.
Dude, was that your hog that I saw? Joe, was that your hog that I saw docked in the New York Harbor? It's called like the Mercy or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's the Mercy. Yeah.
Is that your hog out there? Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's a good name for a dong, the USS Mercy.
Well, it must be nice having JT out of the apartment. Your hog can breathe now. You don't have to tape it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of breathing room here.
How is LA? How is hanging out at Julie's? I saw you guys went over there the other day.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You know, people are getting a little stir crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go for the next couple months. I feel like people are going to buck. There's going to be
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, people are, you know, people don't want to go broke. So,
yeah. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
We're definitely at that point now where it's like, it's, you know, for the first like month, it was like, all right, we're on lockdown. But now it's getting to the point where it's like, because it's such a complex problem that, you know, it's like,
yeah, because they say something different every day.
yeah, and it's like, you know, now the economy's really getting fucked up. So now it's like, this is when who knows what to do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I was go ahead, Charter.
I was gonna say, like, step one for these things is like just testing, you know, and like they haven't even been able to nail that down yet. Like they need to do more. They're getting obviously better because that's the only thing they could do is get better at first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's where you're gonna get all your information from. And like, how does it stop? You have like what, herd immunity, or you get a treatment or a vaccine. Like those are the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll just go get it. Treatment would be great, but it's far out, and then a vaccine's probably even maybe not quite as far. But
Yeah, it's all unknowns. That's what's so crazy is like every day I have to just like remind myself that all I can do is take care of myself and put myself in a position to be okay if I get it and to not give it to the people I care about. But beyond that, there's just it's all uncertainty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm reading Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. And that's helped a ton with just sort of not looking too far into the future, because you know it changes so much, and just to sort of embrace each day and sort of embrace the idea that you can do your best today, and then knowing that further down the line you'll keep making progress forward no matter what comes your way, as opposed to just like at the beginning when I would just like watch the news and I would just, you know, be like, what is going on? And it would just ruin my day. I'm like, this is not productive. I'd rather just work on more tangible things and, you know, watch,
It's definitely motivated me. Like I've been the healthiest I think I've ever been. Like working out a lot. I'm doing cold showers and Wim Hof breathing, and I got like, dude, like I got vitamins on astragalus, on elderberry.
Oh, you're still doing all that stuff?
I do it every night.
I got a better thing for you than all that.
What do you got?
Well, there's this better than airborne. I have this other vitamin C.
Yeah, I'm doing the I'm not doing the airborne as much. I'm doing the Mega Food Multi for Men from Erewhon. Solid.
I got another one I'll show you.
Yeah, please do. Send it to me, dog.
I don't want to give them any free advertising on here.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, but make them pay up.
But so JT, did you do the drive in 2 days?
Yeah, dude. So I was gonna do it over 3 days because I was kind of scared to be on the road for so long because I get intrusive thoughts that tell me where my brain goes, you're gonna flip the car, and then I don't ever flip the car, but it just sucks. And but then I just pushed through and went to Salt Lake City, so that took like 10 hours. Spent the night at a hotel there, and then did 6 hours the next day to Montana. Listened to the whole Bob Iger book, which is gonna be in like my Beefs, Babes, and Legends.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and then just listen to dude. And I took my mom's little. My mom has like a little 3 Series BMW convertible, and I drove that with the top down all the way through Vegas.
Nice.
Baby, nice.
And it's like electric blue, so I was
oh, that's great.
I was like a scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it
you
was
get better
fun.
gas mileage with the Prius? That's the
No, for sure. But I fucked up my fender on the Prius, and I've had to duct tape it together. So I was a little nervous doing that for 1,500 miles or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
was Vegas just silent, dude, like a ghost town when you were driving through it?
I didn't go through the strip, but
oh, okay.
I don't
Strip
know.
by the freeway.
Salt Lake City seemed normal.
yeah,
Mhm.
Utah. Yeah, I have a cousin that lives there. Yeah, Utah is pretty much normal.
And they got a bunch of cases. Like Salt Lake City has a bunch of cases. It's not relative to Los Angeles. It's not different. But the I've been there a couple times, so I do have something to reference it against. Granted, it's a pretty small sample, but like it seemed like everybody was being pretty normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? What was it like getting a hotel?
that was for me. It was really scary. I think for most people, it wouldn't have been that bad. But I got there at like 1 a.m. But it was weird. In the morning, there were some people there, and I let them take the elevator, and I took the next one.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it ended up being the same elevator, and I kept clicking the button to get a different one, and it kept being the same one. So I was like, and then but it was actually there was more people there than I thought there would be at the hotel.
Yeah.
And but it did feel dead. It wasn't like normally being at a hotel. It was
Mhm.
like one person at the front desk, one guy cleaning up. That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like the beaches opened up yesterday, and whenever I go out, like I went surfing, and then even if I go for like a walk or the grocery store, except for the masks at the grocery store, people feel more normal than you'd expect from just watching TV. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like on the beach, especially, everyone's just kind of smiling and.
Well, the beach, don't you have to like go in the water? It's like who goes in the water?
Yeah, but I saw some people sitting out.
You can't apparently you can't chill.
Yeah, you got to go straight into the water, and they didn't open the lots, which I'm like,
It's only like it's like half open. The lots are closed and you can't like
yeah,
sit
so-
there.
which sucks for the people who live there because now all these people going to the beach are just going to park on their streets now.
Yeah, it fucks up their residential parking.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
People in Montana are out and about. Like there's people wearing masks. I think people are pretty safe here, but
Yeah,
there's restaurants open and stuff, but just still at that 25% cap, which is so weird. It's like, I don't know how those restaurant owners are going to make any money at 25% occupancy. How can they afford to pay their people and stuff like that?
yeah,
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy who's in the restaurant business, and he's like, even when they come back, they won't be at full capacity. And he's like, people need to get their jobs back. And he's like, dude, it's just going to be so rough. They're going to be splitting shifts among so many guys. So it's going to be maybe slightly better, but not near what it was. And restaurants are so heavily reliant on tips. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty brutal.
Well, they're going to find a vaccine super soon, so it's all good.
yeah.
Dude, what would we do if they found a vaccine soon? That'd be so fucking great.
Oh,
Dude, we'd have Coachella now.
I'd be
Yeah.
so fired up, dude.
We'd have Coachella. Yeah, let's talk more about that stuff.
Yeah, the Hollywood Bowls.
That fires me up
Hollywood
more.
Bowls closed for the first time in like 98 years.
If once all
Yeah.
this stuff comes out, they should just do Coachella every weekend for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And just like we'll
Yes.
cram so much life and partying into those first 4 months.
Yeah.
I'll do drugs again.
Oh, me too.
Dude,
I'll
I'll
even-
freaking pack a Hollywood bowl and just rip it, dude.
Dude,
Yes, let's go.
I'll pack. I'll be so out of my mind. I'll be like speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
wearing no shirt and like maybe like a Tarzan outfit. Just
Dude, you'll
Oh,
be speaking in tongues and I'll understand every word of it. I'll be so fucked
yeah,
up. I'll be like,
Yeah.
dude, for sure. Yeah. No,
yeah,
we'll meet up at 11 and then we'll cruise out.
yeah.
and if,
Oh, it's over. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so sick.
Get on it, scientists.
yeah.
It's
So
funny when some. Go ahead, Chad.
No, you go.
It's just funny, like when something like this happens, it's like I get disappointed in just everyone, you know what I mean? Like I'm like going into this, I was like, scientists will figure it out super fast. And then as like things don't work out, and I know the problem falls on like 100 different people's shoulders, or disciplined shoulders. I'm just like, dude, scientists, not as good as I thought they were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm having to reevaluate my baseline confidence in different professional people.
It's tough, but science is a practice of error. It's you fail,
Yeah.
you fail, you fail, you fail till you get it right. That's the scientific method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, let's get something right, dude. Let's go. Let's
That should
find that little monkey from Outbreak, dude, and let's get this thing, dude.
Yeah, I watched
let's
Outbreak
find them.
recently.
Get Dustin
Paladin.
Hoffman in the house, dude. Let's go.
Dude, Dustin Hoffman and Renee Russo. Let's get her sick so Dustin Hoffman's even more fired up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need that motivation.
Yeah,
Yep.
but he cures her. I don't want her to get like badly sick.
No, of course. Just enough to
Yeah.
scare him. Yeah,
Just
we want him
some-
to make
just-
a full recovery.
Yeah, motivation.
Dude, well, China's hiding the bat or whatever that armadillo thing is.
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
China, let our journalists in there. Let them find the bat. Let them bring it back to the scientists. Let's
yeah,
go.
China.
Yeah.
Let me just clear the air. We already don't think your country looks perfect right now from a government standpoint, dude. Like, okay, dude. Like, no one's. I don't know who you're fooling, anyone but yourselves, of being like, no, we made no errors. We are all good. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we don't believe you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Just
right?
let us in, dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
if you are all good, then just let us in and find out. Like, it's unbelievable, dude. It's like,
And
so,
if they took the L on it, I'd have massive respect for it.
totally,
Like if they
dude.
were like, look, we fucked up. We were trying to look better than we were. We kind of, fudged some details and obscured
Yes.
some other ones. I'd be like, China, I get it. I'm not here to bust your balls about it. Just get back in line and on board with what everyone's trying to do. Not behind us, but just in
Correct.
line. And then let's figure this out.
Yeah, we'll grill you a little bit. We'll break your balls. We'll
You
bust
got to
your
get
chops.
grilled.
I mean, come on. But then after that, we'll be all good, dude. Come on.
I take no pleasure in it. It's just,
No,
yeah.
no.
It's
Just
so
to want
funny.
to go outside and party, dude.
It's so funny how immature some of the world leaders are. Like, everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
China, you let this happen. They're like, I didn't start it. The U.S.
Yeah.
started it.
Oh, yeah, with the finger pointing. Yeah. it's
Yeah. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I didn't even start that. We're like, dude,
Which
it
is- It's
started
like the
there.
ultimate move. It's the ultimate backyard, like not backyard, but like playground argument thing. If someone accuses you of something, just
Yeah.
immediately accuse them, and then you
Yeah.
can go nowhere. Like it's like,
Yeah.
Well, it's
like-
what all the leaders are doing so that they don't have to take stock of their own failures. They're just like, they're blaming other countries. It's like, look, like you got to take care of your country. That's your job. Like,
Yeah.
why are
Yeah.
you like pitching shit at somebody else? Yeah.
like China, how many cases do you guys have right now? I don't know, like 2.
Yeah, they're like 3. Yeah, they have like 3.
0.
Yeah.
Everyone's super happy, dude. We love when people speak their minds in Hong Kong. We love it. It's the best.
Even
there's
the
corona
symptoms,
there.
like-
we love all these things. It's all good.
They said the symptoms were
All of us.
coughing, trouble breathing, and fever. And now we have like 13 more symptoms. I'm like, or did the virus mutate and those symptoms didn't exist in China? I feel like I don't know.
I don't know, but they
Yeah.
did say in like January, they're like, don't worry, this doesn't transmit from human to human.
Right.
You're like, nice, dude.
Yeah, China, I'm bummed, dude. You bumming me out.
Yeah, dude. Beef, dude. Beef of the week, maybe, dude. Maybe
Yeah.
beef of the quarantine, dude.
What else, guys?
Friggin', I did shave my hair. You can probably see if you're watching this on the YouTube. Have you guys been putting up the Zooms on YouTube as well, or just audio?
Yeah,
No, we
yeah.
put them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we didn't mention it. Yeah, Strider,
Took
you're
my
looking
hair down
good.
too. I mean, Joe's dome is so much more prominent than mine. But yeah, look at this, dude.
Strider, you got a great hairline, a great shaped dome.
Thank
just
you,
all
my dog.
around. It looks fire, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I do agree. It's probably better short. I mean, I just like having the long locks, but my GF helped line me up in the back, dude. It was sick. It was a nice bonding quarantine experience for us.
Well, I like both hairstyles, so you can do
Thank you,
either
my
one,
dog.
and you'll look like a legend.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious. I did get a DM today that was like, this guy's like, dude, stoked you shaved your head, but the locks were way better. I
Thanks, bro.
was like, thanks, dude. I was like, well, luckily you can grow back.
Yeah, I gotta go to the
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll come back. Should we answer some questions?
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
All right, we'll just.
Oh, my
chill for a
dog's
second.
draining their lizards, dude.
All these big dicks gotta empty, or little dicks rather.
True. Joe's got the big, you know, I already
Yeah.
emptied my little dong earlier. I snuck away, then came back. Hoping you
That's
guys
good.
wouldn't even notice.
How's it going over at your crib, dude?
It's good, dude. Just chilling, man. Gaming. Been doing a lot of workout videos with the GF, dude. Like a lot of like I might have mentioned this on a previous pod, but dude, I did a workout today. It's like high intensity interval training with like Pop Physique and these other brands, and dude, they kick my butt, man. Like it's like you were saying, like, dude, I think I'm in better cardio shape than I've been maybe ever, and it's good.
No, it's great.
So I'm fired up on it. Like I was literally huffing and puffing, taking a while to recover. And also our apartment's super hot and kind of stuffy. So that's like working out. It's like doing hot yoga kind of just naturally because there's no ventilation in here. And
I did a hard. Yeah.
sick.
How's your psycho neighbor?
Dude, knock on wood, nothing, no current updates. Although it is funny. Like I mentioned, my apartment's hot, so I'll like just keep the door open and then keep the screen door closed, just let some air in and everything. And like when he walks by to use the stairs, he always just walks by like this. And I can just tell like he's just so in his own dome of like I need to like present myself as I go by. And that could just also be me projecting. So in any case, it's not a healthy dynamic. What's going on?
So you think he's like flexing when he walks by your place
Yeah,
to like purport an image of strength to you?
I think so.
Does it work, or you see through it?
It does.
quickly?
No, he's buff. He's buff. That's what's also terrifying about it. He's buff.
Could
That's the thing.
he could kick your ass, right?
He could definitely kick my ass. He could definitely pin me and kick my ass.
And you've heard him sexually assault his ex-boyfriend,
Yes.
right?
That's why it's afraid. Like, yeah, dude, if it was like an older dude,
That's a little scary for you, partner.
Dude, exactly. I know. Honestly, though, even if it was an old dude and he was into like voodoo magic, then I'd be scared on a different level. I'd be like, oh, dude, he's like collecting like DNA of me out there and he's going to curse me or something. I'm thinking of all these things. The quarantine, dude, I'm having all sorts of new, weird, interesting thoughts going on here.
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, I think it might be good for creativity, the quarantine.
Yeah, I've been a little bit productive. I've been doing some scribbling. I've been, trying to stay active in that regard. It's nice. Been reading more, which is great, dude. And yeah, loving it. My GF's been stroking the piano keys, dude. It's awesome, dude. She got a keyboard. She kicks butt, dude. She played
She plays well.
dude, she plays great, dude. She played Shallow for me today and nailed it.
Whoa!
Dude, and that's a hard song, bro, on piano. And she doesn't play. I go, when's the last time you played? And she was like, oh, maybe 10 years ago. I was like, what?
Wow.
Dude, when I talk about your
Taught
Khaleesi on my
herself.
Instagram lives, people accuse me of being in love with her.
You guys do share a love for each other. It's just a
Yeah, no,
different
that's
type
what
of
I do.
love.
I love her dearly.
Yeah.
But I get like people, because people would be like, she's not real. And then I'm like, dude, she's real. She just doesn't want to be on camera. It's like very
Yeah.
understandable. And then I get like protective. And then when I'm done, they're like, you sound like you're in love with her. I'm like, I do. Yeah. I'm like, I do love her. Yeah.
Dude, they're Chinese governmenting you. They're like, dude, prove it, dude. You need to prove it.
Right.
You're
right,
like,
right, right.
Chinese government feels, dude.
Strider's like Oprah hiding his spouse.
Stedman, dude.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, dude, I'm like Jordan, Oprah, dude. Look, dude, I'm planning on being the Michael Jordan of
We want to see
whatever
Mrs.
medium
X.
we go into, dude. So you gotta protect those you love, dude. She wanted to look if she wanted to come and say what up, she would, but she just friggin' for work and stuff is choosing not to. Social media is an interesting thing. It's more weird that we are so into this. We're not even
Well,
weird.
I think she just wants to be known for her own stuff too, and not known through our universe. Like she's an artist in her own right and does her own stuff. So I think it's very she's protective of that. I totally get that. Yeah,
JT, very well put. Yep, exactly. You get it.
yeah,
Beast.
yeah. All right, dude. Should we answer some questions?
Hell
Yes.
yes. Let's go.
All right. First question. Big Hog Joe. Would you date a woman who had your same haircut?
Yes, I would. I think that'd be cool. Be the shaved head couple. Yeah, it'd be fun. Absolutely, yes.
All right. What is up, my fellow Stokers? Wanted to start off by thanking you for the positivity this pod has brought me to my life since I started listening. I have an extremely stressful career, and this has helped me so much. My question for you is in regard to my relationship with my girlfriend. We've been together for 2 years. A little background on myself. I graduated from college a year ago. I'm 23 years old, and I love my GF a lot. The issue I've been having is that I keep reflecting on my college years and regret not sowing my wild oats when I had the opportunity before I met my girlfriend. I would never cheat on my girl because I truly respect our relationship and would never want to hurt her. The issue is that my mind keeps wandering to wanting to meet other women because I feel like I missed out in college. And if I'm being honest, I feel like the GF and I have lost some of that excitement that we used to have. Something just feels kind of off. I would hate to let go of someone who loves me like she does and vice versa. But I'm afraid these thoughts of meeting other women won't go away, and I'll always live in regret. I really do love her, but I'm just not as attracted to her as I used to be, and these thoughts don't make it any easier. I'm sorry for how shallow this sounds. What are your guys' thoughts?
Dude, I might jump in. Is that cool if I jump in my dogs?
Fire away.
Oh, baby.
I mean, my dude, look, he's a young guy. He's been in a dank relationship. And here's the thing. And I've talked to a lot of older married dudes. They go, look, you've seen a movie, Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino. You're always aware of beauty around you. You're always aware of these women. Every day you're in a relationship, it's not like magically you're in it. You're always recommitting to yourself and enjoying things with your partner. And so it just comes down to he's thinking, is the grass going to be greener? And sometimes you find out it's not always greener. And so he's young, and does he need to go do that? Maybe. And I mean, I would say, he mentioned a little bit in this post that he feels like there's some chemistry lost. Why is it lost? Is he making sure it is subconsciously? So he's just got to have an honest conversation with his GF, and he can't go do it and say, oh, I need to go do some experience and go find this and then hope that she'll be there waiting. Because if you do, then you can't expect things to be the same or go back to where they were. So I'm one for I love my dank GF, and I get fired up on that. So where my vote would be, but also at the same time, you got to be true to yourself. He gets one chance at life. So just make sure you're honest, and you got to have the tough talk before you go do any acting or take action.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's
Well said.
I think it's very natural what he's feeling. And I haven't been in a relationship longer than like a year and almost 2 years. But yeah, I don't know. I always go back to this quote from Bill Burr on his special, "You People Are All the Same." When he's pretend playing catch with this kid, with his son, and he's like, there's just something about him you can't fucking leave. and I'm like, if you seriously think hard and you're like, can you imagine your life without this person? And the answer is no, then you probably need to stay. But if the answer is yes, then maybe you need to reconsider. But yeah, I also wouldn't rule out maybe, trying to do some things to restart that fire, throw a nice little Duraflame log on there and hop in a cold shower with one another and see what's up. So, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I think, and it might just be where I'm at right now, but I feel like some of it depends on how long you've been having these feelings. Like I had a friend who, I had more context with, who wanted to break up with his girlfriend, and he had really strong feelings about it, and he'd had him for like a year. And I was like, all right, well, then you probably need to break up. And he did, and I think he's happier for it. But if you're just having these feelings once a month or if it's been like a week of feeling like this, then yeah, it might be a bit premature. You should probably let it, once it takes up like maybe 15% of what the overall length of your relationship has been, then maybe you're getting into territory where, but I dated someone who I thought we should break up every day for a year. And I needed that much time. I remember talking to my parents and I was like, I think I need to break up with her. They're like, you've tried hard enough for long enough. We do think it's time to break up. And, everyone has a different metric for it. And then I also think you are young enough. Sometimes the grass isn't greener, and sometimes it's never going to be like way greener, but it might be a little bit greener on the other side. And I think you're young enough to find that out. And then I think there's different kinds of people. I think there's some people who they're like too stable or they're too steady and they kind of settle for things. And I think it's those people's mission to kind of push into being a little bit more adventurous. And then I think there's people who are too adventurous and it's their kind of like life mission to kind of try and be a little bit more steady. So if you're someone who maybe plays it safe too much, maybe it is good for you to just be out there without any assurance in your life, in that department, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I love
for
it.
sure.
Get your
Breaking-
or you get yourself on 90 Day Fiance, dude. Go ahead and just get wild, dude. Go online, get nuts, create a entire different identity, make yourself, change your name to like, I don't know why I'm thinking of the name Blastoise right now from Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Just go by one name or something.
Charizard?
Yeah, Charizard, dude.
Wait, have you watched 90 Day Fiance with that guy Ed who's like been memed everywhere?
This is what made me think of it. I've only seen that meme. I'm
Is that
like,
the big
it was
fat
just
guy?
on my head.
Yeah, the big fat guy with like the weird neck. Dude, he's pretty
Yeah.
Insane.
him and his girlfriend, it's pretty hilarious. She's just like
The
she
weird
puts-
neck? You mean the mountain he has for a neck?
Yeah, she comes from like real destitute third world living,
Yeah, of
and
course,
she'll
yeah.
still throw it back at him and be like, I think we need to break up. And she'll go back to that before giving him an inch. And it just it cracks me up. Yeah. He's
Crazy.
hilarious. My mom's like, he's such a good guy. He loves her. I'm like, I don't think he loves her.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think he, a little bit. Joe, what do you think about this young gent and his lady?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say D, all of the above.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Aaron, you
You
got
guys
anything?
are A, B, and C, and then
Yeah, as the older married guy that Strider spoke about,
Legend.
I heard this quote. I think I heard it from Dana Gould, but like, it's not that you're in one relationship for the rest of your life if he doesn't decide to stay with this girl and get married or whatever. It's you're in several relationships with one person because you're both constantly evolving in one way or another as you age. So
yeah, that's good.
you could just be in a point right now where you're a little bit off. I think he just needs to be honest about that with this girl. Just be like, we're a little bit off right now. What's going on? Figure that out. If you can't, then maybe you got to walk away. But
Great call.
maybe they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar
Fire.
Wilde said that the shame of every woman is that they change, and the shame of every man is that they never do. I don't know if that's true, but that's what Oscar Wilde said.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's
yeah.
like Confucius. I've been reading some Confucius, who will be one of my quotes later, but he's got a saying where it's like, people who are constantly happy, the only constant thing about them is they're evolving all the time and changing. But then he's got stuff that denies that, where he's like, the wise man and the stupid man are the only ones who never change, but probably in reference to something else.
Yeah. Breaking up's a hard thing to do. Like
So true.
it's easy to give advice on the podcast and be like, dude, you should just break up with him, but it's a tough thing to do.
Dude, I've never
Oh yeah.
I've done
Walking
it
the
like
walk is
twice,
hard.
and the girl had to help me both times. I was like, we're breaking up. I was telling Chad this. I
Yeah.
broke up with someone one time. I was like, look, we've been fighting. We have to break up. And then she went, no. And I went, all right, fine. We can get back together. And then she gave me a pass. She was like, no, we can't get back together just because you're making me happy. I was like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
like-
Thank you.
I was like, I really
You
appreciate
got to
that.
pull the Band-Aid all the way off.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Joe, how would you break up with someone? What would you say?
I mean, I've been broken up with, as a guy who's been broken up with at recess before. I'd like to keep it sports related and, probably do it at a ballpark. I think would be nice. Well, I'm drinking
Yeah.
some beers, and especially if my team's losing, I think that's a good time to let her have it.
Yeah. See, like, this game sucks. Let's break
After the seventh inning stretch.
Yeah, after the beer sales are all done.
I was just talking to a mutual friend of ours who broke up with a girl, and he was very direct about it. And he just told her like, hey, straight up, I wasn't attracted to anybody else, but someone's coming to my life. I'm attracted to them. I think we should break up. And he said everything had been going good up until that point, and that the girl was kind of, completely shocked by it, and he felt all
Wow.
shitty. But I was like, no, I think that's a good solid. I mean, it's not. But it was straightforward. I was like, I think you did the right
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. You want to be
Man.
straightforward and then, gentle with your tone, I would imagine. It's the best,
Yeah.
straightforward and all happy about it. Dude, I've changed. I've grown. You haven't. I'm out. It's over.
And he's a successful dude in his, I think he's like 40, and he was stressing about it. So like Chad was saying, it's not easy for anybody at any point. Like breaking up
Yeah.
sucks. So dude, stay together with this girl forever.
Yeah.
Never break
Yeah,
up.
dude. Take the easy path, my dog. Yeah, dude. And plus, one thing he's got to think about too is that with social media and like Tinder and stuff, there's seemingly so many options,
Yes.
but it's not true. Like if you make a connection with someone, it's a rare thing.
Yeah.
So don't
Dude, your
fall into that
Peloton
trap.
instructor doesn't want to date you, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Why do you guys say that to me?
Yeah.
I've learned that myself.
Dude, one yoga instructor, I'm still in love with her. I'm like, I think we got a shot. Yeah.
Dude, yoga with Adrian?
Dude, Adrian's the best, dude. She's the best.
I did her yoga for runners, and she's like, namaste. And I was like, I love you.
Yeah, there is something about there's something super hot about when someone's the instructor of a fitness class. Like at this Pilates class I used to go to, I was in love with one of I never said a word to her. I just nod my head every day and say thank you. But that was
Well,
my
you have a
way.
lot of pheromones pumping when you're working out, and it's
Yeah.
a turn on that for someone to be the face of what's driving that.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're all into Plandemic, which I think is it's for some reason annoys me and other people. But even though I haven't watched it, I'm
Instructors
trying to
are?
watch it. I can't find it. All these yoga instructors,
Wait, they think this was a plan?
they're
Oh,
all
that's interesting.
yeah, I guess so. Or I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak to it. But I think the thesis is that like the pharmaceutical companies are behind this. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm sorry to listeners who saw it and know better. But so many like fitness instructors who are super hot or super into it. Yeah.
Really?
And for some reason, it arouses me more. With other people, I'm like, oh, shut up. But with fitness instructors, I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, there's some, yeah.
You're used
You're
to
a-
listening to them, dude. They're
you're a
usually like,
maverick.
here's your form, stay linear, okay? And now listen to this. All the companies, Johnson & Johnson, whatever, they're behind all of this.
Johnson and
They
Johnson.
want your grandparents gone. Okay,
All
it
right.
doesn't matter.
What up, Sorcerer of Stoke, Chad, Mixed Martial Arts, Adonis, JT, Relation Guru, Strider, Uncle Joe, Aristotle of Audio, Aaron, and of course, whatever fire guests you may have on the pod. I write to you bronzing from the rooftop of my home in the true north, strong and free, that is Vancouver, Canada. Like JT, I have sought refuge with my family from this deadly pandemic that has forced me from school in California. Though I have been powering through the Fast and Furious movies to cope with my inability to surf tasty waves or rage with my homies, I have felt a sense of resentment towards a new piece of my identity that I have unearthed since leaving home. I try to talk to my family and friends about it, but it seems like they'll never accept me for what I really am. Maybe we all just want to be big rock stars, but I'm not ashamed to admit that I love the pride of Canada that is Nickelback. Despite being the 11th best-selling musical act of all time, Billboard's most successful rock group of the last decade, it nominated for 6 Grammys, 2 AMAs, a People's Choice Award, and of course, the most prestigious the most prestigious award in music, 12 Canadian Junos. Please do not give them the respect they rightfully deserve. I think he meant the opposite. Facts and accolades aside, nothing quite compares to the sensation of the wind through my flow as I bang out to the grungy vocals of your namesake, Chad Kroger. I refuse to be a schmoll and to continue to live in fear that my love may be a bokable offense. What should I do? I cannot overemphasize the level of stoke that the pot has raised for my friends and I on road trips while soaking in the sunny D on the beach and on this crazy adventure that is life. I know I can count on you legends to remind me of what I really am. With stoke, peace and love to everyone except Puzio. Fuck Puzio. P.S. Chad, my mom is also an artist from the Bay Area and graduate of UC Berkeley who loves your mom's work. My family is super supportive of everything other than my acquired taste in post-grunge rock and roll, so I know this will be late, but I would love it if you could shout her out for IG for Mother's Day, art each day. Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let me know the Instagram. And thank you for supporting my mom's work. She's a beast.
Awesome. So I mean, dude, is this guy's it sounds like his issue is he's fired up on a piece of his personality that he gets fired up on Nickelback, but others, what does he want? Others to just not judge him for that, or he wants to know how to go about presenting that in a way that
just
won't be.
stand by it. Yeah, just
Yeah, man, you
nothing
can't be
wrong with
concerned.
liking Nickelback. They got some good songs.
Yeah,
Yeah, just be like, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
Aaron, I mean, I think you nailed
I'm a
it.
patriot.
I think you're right.
Yeah, he's supporting his native bands.
Do you guys want to sing "This Is How You
remind me
of What
I
I
really am.
am.
This is how
You remind me
of what
what
I
I
really
really am.
I've been wrong. I've been down
right.
Yeah.
Down.
to the bottom of every bottle. It's, dude, I went to a My Chemical Romance concert one time.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I was blasting Nickelback in the parking lot, and two little emo dudes jumped their heads into my window and went, "Did you know if you play every Nickelback song without the lyrics, it has the exact same chord progression?" And I said, "Do you know you just revealed yourself to be a major douche? Get out of my car, dude." All right? It's like when
At
people
Matchbox 20?
no, at a My Chemical Romance Rise Against concert.
Oh, I think it's a Match.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, have those kids ever heard the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, dude? That freaking chord progression is sick as F.
And I
dude.
also think, like, to feel that much better than other people that you jump into their window to disrespect what they're listening to. It's
Yeah.
like, and look, was I baiting them by playing the Nickelback? Maybe a little bit. But did they take the bait? Hook, line, and sinker, dude. And they revealed
Nice.
themselves to be schnobs, dude. Schnob douche.
Freaking
boards.
douche nozzles, dude. Dude, you know
Yeah.
what? Honestly, dude, to answer this dude's cue, I would say if anybody questions you about Nickelback, Aaron's advice is great. Say you're Canadian. And then if they go, what does that matter? Then just use the freaking Chad Kroger voice and be like, what? What? I can't hear you. What? And just sing it like that, dude. And then they'll just go away from you. They'll
And
be
dude,
weirded out.
also, who is the biggest playwright during Shakespeare's life? Like Ben Jonson, Christopher Marlowe. Shakespeare wasn't the number one dude in his own era. And now, who's the number one dude? We don't know how history is going to remember all these bands. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, you two could be you last, and then Nickelback could
Yep.
be number one. They could be the
Yep.
Shakespeare of our era. And people
Yep.
talk about their clever wordplay and their elision and invention and all that cool, linguistic stuff.
Straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Posthumous freaking Stoke, dude.
Yeah, John Kennedy Toole, who wrote Confederacy of Dunces. He died with that book unpublished and then retroactively or posthumously gets the fucking Pulitzer, dude. So you don't fucking
Mhm.
know, dude. You sit
Mhm.
there and listen to your My Chemical Romance, you don't know shit, dude.
Good
Yeah.
eye, sniper. Nah, dude.
Yeah, I would say this guy, throw on some shades and crank it higher. And if people have something to say, just laugh. Just
Yep.
And then, dude, tell him to look up
That's a
ticket
good
sales.
call,
And look,
Chad.
I like
That's a
Bon
good call.
Iver, but who sells more tickets, Bon Iver or Bon Iver or Nickelback or Nickelback?
Yep.
Yeah, at least we know how to say Nickelback. No one even knows how to say Bon Iver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
it was Bon Iver.
It might be. It is Bon Iver, I think.
No.
Yeah,
I thought it was Bonerver.
yeah. At least Nickelback's logically pronounced, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I tried to sing Photograph, and Schmoll was trying to get me to sing it, and he's like, "You're not hitting the right notes. You gotta go to E right here." And I'm tone deaf, and I was like, dude, I just got so much more respect for Nickelback now because I didn't know they hit different notes, and now I do.
Yeah.
Does
'Cause
E
I
stand
can't-
for
I can't-
electric?
Yeah, he's like, you're not having enough attitude. I'm like, I can't. These guys are too good. You can't imitate them.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Dude, they do a song from with the guy from with Santana. And then
Oh,
the
they
guy
do?
the guy from The Calling also sings the same song with Santana. You can listen to both. You tell me which one's better. The Nickelback one. Chad Kroger one's better.
Love that.
All
I
right.
did love that song with Santana song with the dude from, what was it, Stone Temple Pilots?
Matchbox 20.
Was the dude from Matchbox
Bring it
20?
back to them. Smooth.
Great song, dude.
You know
Yeah,
what
that
my
was my
take on
song
why
of the
that was so
year.
successful was? It made old people feel young, and it made young people feel like they knew older stuff.
Yeah, it made them feel more like elegant in their taste. Probably those people at the My Chemical Romance concert dug that only because of the way it made them feel. They didn't actually understand the emotion behind it.
You jumped in my window to trash my taste, bro.
I like My Chemical Romance.
Unchill.
They are really good. They were great that
Yeah.
night.
One time we were leaving a Devil Wears Prada. JT and I went to go see Devil Wears Prada together.
Good movie.
And then there
What?
was like, it was a great movie. Yeah. I've seen that movie many, many times. It's fantastic. And then what happened, JT? Like some guy insulted, like, weren't we blasting music or something like that?
No, it
Like
wasn't
some guys were
us.
fighting.
We left, and this like one like kind of a broy guy was dressed in like a suit,
Yeah.
and he made fun of this like really fashionable gay dude's outfit.
Mhm.
And then the really fashionable gay dude started trashing him, and he's like, you think you look cool in your daddy's Jackie with your penny loafers on? And then the bro started being really shut down, and he just started looking at his phone. He's like, bro, just walk away, like he was gonna kick the guy's ass. And then I love a fight, so I stood like 2 feet away.
Yeah, you were like, and you're like, yeah.
Well, I didn't want them to fight. I was just laughing
No,
at the
no.
argument. Yeah, and you kept trying to get me out of there, and I was like, no, I have to watch this.
It was compelling. And it was, the power of the film. I bet you that broy dude who's an idiot for making fun of that other
Yeah.
guy, the power of Devil Wears Prada, it made him conscious of fashion and everything. With that great scene with Meryl Streep when she talks about the turquoise sweater or whatever,
Yes.
breaks down the, how it got to be on the shelves at JCPenney and make it acceptable.
Well, and the gay dude was like kind of tearing into him like that scene. I think
Yeah.
everybody came out of it feeling more authoritative about fashion, and they started picking at each other about it, and then it was a showdown.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I mean, by humans, don't we judge book by what you wear or don't wear? I mean, it's a statement whether you make it consciously or not. It's pretty wild.
All right. Dear Stoke Vengers, I love to remain anonymous, and I'm coming to you with an urgent situation. I apologize that it may be a little long. I've known this girl for 9 years now, and we were both 21. Although we were young, I cannot express the depth of our relation. Since day one, we have been through it all. From best friends to dating each other for a year in college. We broke up 7 months ago due to distance and both needed to work on ourselves independently. Both of us have taken our time, and now that we are both home without distance for 4 months, we have seen each other a few times. So, bros, I have tried for 7 months to work on myself and have very well, but in the process have not been able to forget about this girl. The times we've seen each other respectively through q-tine have been great and remind me of the old times. I just want to input on if I'm beating a dead horse or time apart can really fix things. I was introduced to the pod a few years ago, and y'all have boosted my stoke more than I can explain. Sending major good vibes to you both, as well as Strider, JT, and even the Schmo himself. Keep up the major inspiration. Thank you, bros.
What's the question?
So him and this girl that he's known for 9 years, they're 21. They've known each other since they were 12.
Is
They
he
were
big
dating.
dead horse or something?
They were dating each other for a year in college. They broke up 7 months ago due to distance and to work on themselves independently. But now they've both been home from q-tine and seen each other a few times. And he thinks they've had enough time to work on themselves. So he wants to get it going again.
I mean, I don't
Probably just
know. I don't know
bored.
what essence of or part of themselves they want to work on. We are all multifaceted people. We are all vast multitudes within us. But I don't know. During the quarantine, I don't know if it's the best time you can do that. I mean, we are making a lot of self improvements and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like he's horny.
Yep, Joe.
Everyone's
took the
all
words right out of my
horned up.
mouth. I think he's horny, and I love horniness. I'm all for it. I think it makes the freaking globe go around. It's stronger than gravity.
Yeah,
it's
a lot
like-
of people have been horny during this quarantine. I've been seeing it.
It's a double-edged sword.
I've been
People are
horny
out-
for you, Joe.
How's your hand taste?
I fucking pulled one of my calluses off from doing kettlebells, and I'm bleeding a little bit.
Dude, that's fucking badass. Dude, honestly, that's one of the most badass things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I've been
That's
hucking
sick,
those
dude.
things. I've been hucking those 20 kg bells, bro. Getting that cleaning
Beast
press
mode.
going.
I just ordered some 12-pound dumbbells on Amazon, dude. I'm fired up for those to get in here.
whoa,
Nice,
12?
dude.
Yeah, just a lot of these workouts I'm doing are a lot of high reps, so you don't
You're doing
need
low rep
anything.
shoulder press with that?
Yeah,
You're doing
like
5x5 with that?
Yeah, I'm
Like
doing a
going
lot of.
what, dude? Dude, what'd you say, dude? 5x5? What with 12s? What?
What are you doing with that? You doing front squats and you're going for mass?
Obviously, I'm not going for mass. Dude. I'm going for sculpt when I'm doing that, dude.
My bad, dog.
Unbelievable, dude.
Bro, I took some cheap shots.
Just
My
chill,
bad,
dude.
dude.
Just
I'm
chill.
sorry. I love you,
Oh,
dude. I love you, dude. I'm sorry, dog.
torched
My
you.
bad, dude.
It's
No,
all
dude.
good, dude. It's just you throw those bells around freaking the
Dude,
right
you're
way.
stronger
it
than
just
me.
gets
Every
me.
time we play pickup basketball, every time you drive into me, I feel like I got hit by fucking LeBron, dude.
It's because I got these elbows, dude.
Whoa.
It's direct force, dude. It's like it's the opposite effect of a snowshoe, dude. It just gets right in there.
Like pointy ass elbows.
It's lethal. Yeah. Every time I play pickup, someone's like, dude, your elbows. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just-
Yeah, I hate elbows.
I know.
You know what? I might be overcompensating for burning you, but I also remember J.D. Dawson, who played safety at UC Berkeley, walk on, but had 4.7 speed. You chased him down at the beach.
Yeah. Dude, I could run fast, dude. I was good. Like, dude, I was a great soccer player, man. But then one day my mom was in a strange mood. And she's like, you need to pick a sport. And I was like, what? I was like, middle school? I'm like, what do you mean? You need to get good at a sport and think about college now. And I was like,
Specialization.
and I was like, I like basketball. She's like, okay. And I didn't realize that meant that she wasn't going to sign me up for soccer again. So then I naturally stopped playing soccer. And, bless my mom, dude. She drove us to hockey practice. She did it all. So I think she probably just needed to take a break on some stuff. But yeah, man. And I loved playing soccer. I really feel like if I was stuck with that, I would have been Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. I remember when he was the top guy.
He was
Yeah.
good. I didn't have his skill set though. I would have just been a defender, like that dude from Ivory Coast. Who's that dude? He's like a
Didier Drogba?
Drogba.
He's a monster. He was jacked. He was one of the
Yeah.
toughest soccer players out there. He didn't get good till he was like 28. It's pretty.
Yeah, dude. Do you think that he would go for mass and do 5 sets, 5x5s on 5s? Drogba, dude.
You're hilarious, dude. All right, guys. Last cue. I'd like to remain anonymous, or I can be referred to as Kramer the Ass Man. Shout out to Chad's love of Seinfeld. I recently received some grave news. My dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and the outlook isn't good. We're hoping he'll pull through, but the statistics aren't on our side. Life is always precious, but even more so now, especially during this pandemic. Given that my dad's time with us is most likely increasingly finite, what are some ways you recommend for better connecting with him, making sure he has the time of his life while he's still with us, and then knowing that he's proud of me? Well, yeah, I'm dealing with that, and I would say it is. I was like really obsessed with the statistics at first. Now my dad's actually exceeded a lot of those expectations. So it's good to make yourself aware of them, but then also realize that they're, and I don't want to, I can't weigh in on it one way or the other, but and we're seeing this with the pandemic too. Statistics, they're helpful for making us aware of the situation we're in, but they're not a determining factor for each individual situation. So, it's good that you're aware of it, but also none of us know what's going to happen. And, but the stuff that you can't control, I would spend a lot of time with them. I would be generous to him with your ear. And then if he doesn't feel like talking, maybe, I interviewed my dad a bunch to get as much information out of him as possible so that we have stuff for posterity and also just for us to connect. And that was really great. And I had a new reverence for my dad's life where I started to really appreciate all that he's accomplished and all that he's been through. So yeah, doing stuff like that and really, making sure you have your ducks in a row for when they're not around will make them feel good and also make you feel good. And then just try to have fun and savor it. Cause I can tell you love him, and I know your dad's already proud of you. You did a good, you sound like a good kid. So just keep thinking on it, and you'll keep coming up with new stuff, and I'm sure it'll be meaningful for both of you.
A great answer. Beautifully put, dude.
Yeah, that was great.
Watch the movie About Time. I brought that up, dude. A fucking movie will get you busted up.
That is a good one. That's more of a dad-son movie, right?
Dude. That's how I took it. I couldn't help but take it any other way. It was sold to me as a rom-com by my GF, and then I was just crying, dude.
All right, let's do one more question. Hey, Chad and JT, just want to say that I'm glad you guys are out here raising stoke during these trying times. I'm hoping that you guys can share some wisdom and insight into my fringy behavior. I like that description, fringy behavior. I've noticed that I don't really have a solid group of guys to call my own, and I find that I distance myself and ultimately prevent myself from establishing awesome friendships. It's not an aspect of myself that I enjoy, and I want to change it. I've been considering hitting up some old friends And I want to know if you guys have any tips on how I can go about changing my status as a rather fringe dude into something more respectable. Trying to emerge from quarantine a more well-rounded person, and this is definitely something else I need to approach. Now's a good time as any. Kudos from the Inland Empire. Oh, what up, dude?
Oh,
What
nice.
up?
Dude, I would just start reaching out to people, trying to talking to your friends, talking to people that you knew, reconnecting with people from your past. And just I wouldn't be so focused on being like, I need a group of friends right now. I need a squad. I would just start reaching out to people, connecting, start hanging out with people, developing those relationships. Maybe since you're in the q-tine, go into the war zone with some dudes, get into the heat of battle, and that will solidify your bond even more. And it's just it'll just steamroll over time. Is that the right word? It'll
That
just
makes sense.
it'll
Yeah.
keep building over time,
Snowball,
and then
maybe.
before you know it, snowball. That's what I was looking for. It'll just snowball over
But
time. And then before
steamroll is
you,
more badass.
Steamroll is more
yeah,
badass. And
yeah.
snowball is also a pretty badass sexual move too. You could pull off with your
A
partner.
snowball?
Yeah, you know what a snowball is?
Where she
No, what's
spits the
that?
jizz
Yeah.
back in your mouth.
Oh, sick, nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, talk about doing a snowball with some dudes. Not doing it with them, but like just talk about how epic that move is. Just like text some dudes, be like, dude, have you heard of the snowball? It's where
Yeah,
she
but
spits your jizz back in your mouth.
I'm being super safe with that stuff though. I think you got to jizz in a cup and then pour it into your buddy's cup when you guys have your arms extended, and then he drinks it and then have him spit it back into your cup so you guys just don't mix germs too much.
Good call. That's definitely a quarantine safe maneuver. That's a good call. Get yourself like those little Dixie cups you use for Listerine, something like that.
And then, dude, when it comes to friendship, like, yeah, I think Chad's right. I think you don't have to force it or anything, or it's great that you think that this is an area of your life you can improve, but don't feel like you have to check that box. Like, just call up some dudes, see how it goes, and these might not be the right dudes, but if you want some dudes, you're gonna find your dudes. They're right around the corner. And also, I think always a good way to link up with people is through mutual interest too. Like
Mhm.
if you have hobbies and stuff you're into, it makes it so easy to talk to people. Like Call of Duty, for instance. Like you hop onto Call of Duty and you're playing with your buddies, you feel so connected. You're not talking about anything other than the game you're playing, and it can really make the other conversations easier to get to. And then
100%.
yeah.
And I think a great indication of he mentioned a group of friends and everything, and I think if you're in your room with your friends and you're the smartest dude in that room, or not even just the smartest, or I don't want to say like virtuous or whatever, or like just legit solid bro in that room, if you're the most, then maybe it's not the right room for you. You don't want to run with the wrong dudes. Like all of the bros in here, Chad, JT, Joe, Aaron included, are better than myself in very, very many ways. And they might look at me and say, oh, Strider does this maybe a little, it's not a comparison thing, but it's their strengths, so make sure, I think a good indicator of a group of friends is people that are great and you admire to be around. And I admire all of these bros in here. So let that be an indicator and a vibe that you feel, you'll know it, you'll know it. You'll be like, if you got it, let's just put it this way. If you got a dude,
that's so sweet.
if all of your friends
dude,
are,
thank you, man.
You're my dog.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
my
really
dogs.
nice. Thank you, dude.
But basically,
Love you too.
if the group of friends you're trying to get with are all the dude that brings the backpack to the party, that's not your friends. You gotta mix it. You get one of those guys, dude.
Yeah, because he used the word fringy. That's definitely fringy. The guy with
That's
the
Yeah.
that's the fringe, dude. You can't
that's
be
hilarious, dude. That's so spot on. That's
Dude,
so funny.
And I would say too, if you're forming, and thank you, Strider, you're the sweetest man.
Love my dogs.
Admire so much about you and
Likewise.
everyone else in the squad. But yeah, I would say too, if you're gonna form a squad, you gotta have an anchor. And what do I mean by that? And you gotta have someone with a huge hog.
Yes.
Yep.
That's true.
Call.
It might not be what you lead with, I mean, maybe you do when you're reaching out to friends, lead with, yo, what up, dude? Just found out about Snowball and how big's your hog. Maybe that's not the best thing to lead with when you're reaching out, but they are things that you need to figure out at some point in time, dude.
I think, dude, if someone texted me that, I'd be like, this guy's the man.
Yeah,
That's true.
me
That might be your
too.
squad.
I bet this guy's fun. He's a wild card. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pushing the envelope.
Just
Yeah.
heard about snowballing. How big's your hog?
Joe, you're a guy that other dudes really want to hang with. What do you think the secret is?
Yeah, I'm really good with guys. I don't know, just being straightforward with people, and I don't know. I just have always been able to relate with any type of guy. The bookworm, the jock. I'm kind of a hybrid in that way. I can talk to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It's just a gift. I don't know how to describe it.
I think there's probably 100 people who think that you're part of their squad in a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
way.
I agree.
Yeah, multifaceted.
Yeah. And to all of LA, we're your hog is our hog.
You are the
Thanks.
group's hog.
Guys, I'm interrupting this podcast to let you know once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pubed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our bell ends are looking fresh and clean. Because when you have people see your hog, they want to see the hose that leads to the bell. And guys, flowers are blooming, the grass is grown, and it's time to mow your lawn. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can trim the hedges below the belt safely and efficiently. I'm talking about ball trimmers, baby. Manscaped is here to make sure your balls are smooth and smelling nice. After all, it is time for some spring cleaning. Guys, I got to tell you, I manscaped today. I did full chest, stomach, balls, and I feel very aerodynamic. I feel cooler temperature wise, and I just feel great. Have you guys indulged in the trimmers lately?
Let me see.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Nice. Joe?
Yeah, I've taken care of the head and my bikini line.
Hell yeah, dude.
Aaron?
Yeah, I did a full service last week.
That's
Feel
awesome,
great.
dude. That's so awesome. I'm pumped on you guys doing that.
Uniform.
So, guys, the Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof, cordless body trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. This third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. And in the Perfect Package, guys, you're going to find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. And you'll also find the Crop Reviver, which keeps your balls smelling fresh, just like spring flowers. So subscribe to the Perfect Package and get a new replacement blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months. Guys, and for a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, $39 value add, and the patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your package. Guys, make sure that while you're in the q-tine, your nuts are looking fresh. Okay, so get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping. GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. It's spring cleaning, baby, and your balls will thank you.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, let's do it. Chad, what is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week is people who repetitively ask if I'm doing okay. And let me preface it. I know it's a sign that they care and they want to check in, but there's been some people who would like call me or text me and be like, "Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? You're all alone. Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay, except you keep asking if I'm okay, which is making me think I'm not okay." They're like,
Might
"You're
not.
all alone." I am okay. Dude,
Nice.
I'm bronzed. I
Good.
feel good.
Good.
But it's just like the repetitive, like, Like they're like, "You're all alone. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like I've got Netflix, I've got Call of Duty, I've got books, I've got the Drill Factory, I've got the beach
Yes.
now.
Dude, 100%.
How could I not be okay? So, and it's just, it makes me mad. I'm like, how weak do you think I am that I can't sit in my apartment alone and not freak out? Like, dude, I could do this for years.
I think you're right too, man. You nailed it. Call of Duty, Netflix, books, and the Drill Factory. If you got
Yeah.
those 4 things, like,
Yeah.
that's a strong hand. That's 4 of
Yeah.
a kind with aces. Yeah,
And Zoom, you know,
yeah.
it's
Dude,
like
yeah.
I feel like I'm hanging out with everyone still. It's not, and like when I go to the beach, like I'll talk to people from a distance, you know, or even at drive-throughs, and I'm, you know, I got in and out, and I'm like, okay, I can still talk to people.
Yeah.
A little
So
bit different though.
no, I get that. That was part of the joke.
No, but I love it. I feel like I'm vibing with all you dudes, even despite the quarantine. Like I still feel as
Yeah.
close to all you guys. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. Even,
Yeah, me
maybe
too.
closer. I literally
Yeah,
might even
me
feel
too.
closer. Yeah.
It sort of has washed away a lot of these uh the more competitive feelings I would
Me
have,
too. Yeah.
or like the worrying about, you know, like so intensely about, like I worry about career stuff, but just so intensely to where it's unhealthy.
Mhm.
It sort of has done a reset on all that. And
Joe, how you-
Everyone gets through
I do realize I'm in a much more privileged position than a lot of people who are without work right now and stuff. So I don't want to downplay that, but that's sort of why I'm like, at the moment I'm fine. So when people ask me if I'm okay a lot, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fine. Like I'm not. There's other people who are, you know, in a much worse situation. So I'm not gonna complain one bit.
for sure. All right. Joe, what's your beef of the week? We'll go to you next.
I got kind of like a really like specific kind of weird one. I don't know how many people are going to relate to it, but I have a beef with Al Pacino in his early movies. He doesn't.
Interesting.
I find it very hard to hear him.
He's quiet. Yeah.
Very quiet in The Godfather, and if you watch, I just watched Serpico for the first time. I have the volume at like 60, and then it's like too loud. I don't know where to put the volume at. I don't know who is running the audio tech back in 1972, but Al, speak up, man. I don't know what that was all about. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It might also be the way that they're mixed now for like 5.1. A lot of times, the movie studios mix the dialogue is only on the front speaker, and it is just so much more quiet than the surround.
Just didn't have the sound mixing technology.
No, they may have redone it. You may be watching a redone version, but
Oh, okay.
that's still just how they do it, and it bothers me too.
Yeah.
All movies, not just. I mean, but quiet young Pacino, sure.
It is crazy how Al transformed though, because when you hear him in The Godfather, he's like his voice has like this high pitched nasal to it, where he's like, "Well, what are we talking about, Sonny? We're talking about a cop who lies," and he's like so quiet. And then you see him like in Scent of a Woman, and it's like, you know, bombastic.
Take a fucking flamethrower to this place.
Take a flamethrower to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it was just for different characters, or do you think he actively worked on his voice? Or
I
maybe
think-
both.
Well, I think it's more of what Aaron was saying, just like the sound, whatever they were using for the sound for those movies.
Some people say with Pacino is when he did Scarface. After he did Scarface, he kind of permanently started playing characters larger.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, more of an alpha guy after that.
yeah, and it is weird. Like some actors, they'll have one performance and then they'll get stuck in that performance for like even like Miles Teller, who kind of plays like arrogant douches in a lot of movies. If you watch his early stuff in like Rabbit Hole, he's like very quiet and minor, and then maybe they just have one part that is true to how they want to perform, and then they just don't ever leave that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, Joe's gone.
Not gone.
Good, because Joe's my beef of the week, dude. No,
For real?
No, no,
Strider,
no,
who
no,
is
he's
your
not.
beef of the week?
My beef of the week is this random dude when I was at the bank the other day, and I hate that I had to go into the bank during the q-tine, but I had to open an account, but and I had to prove my identity. But I'm in there waiting to talk to the banker, and there's this dude who's first of all taking a cell phone call inside when there's a sign-in sheet, and they'll come find you in this, and he has his mask down, and the security guards there, and the security guard's like, "Hey man, can you put your mask on?" And then the guy's like, "How am I gonna do that? I'm on the phone." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I just felt so bad. The security guard and I like made eye contact, and we were both just kind of like, "Oh god!" Like he looked at me. I was like, "Yep. You got to deal with this guy. Yep, that's the worst." And he's like, "Sir, can I?" And then luckily, the banker called him over like at that time, and then he's hung up the phone call. So obviously the phone call wasn't that unbelievably important, because then he hung up to go talk to the banker right in a second later. I was like, dude, some people, man, just that dude, not a chill guy, not a chiller, dude.
No, for sure. Dude, Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin had to get, someone was picking on him
Oh,
for wearing a mask.
This is the best.
Yeah, and this guy goes, that mask goes against your reputation. Stay strong, be a rebel, and do not conform. Cool mask, but strip off the communism. And then Stone Cold responds, shut up, dude.
That's amazing. That's
so
amazing.
funny.
It's so good.
Shut up, dude.
Shut up, dude.
Shut up, dude.
I wish
That's
I
just
could
a
get.
perfect answer.
I wish I could get to a place like that, like of just being like that jacked and
Yeah.
that huge, to where that's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of confidence in himself to just be like, dude, just shut up.
exactly.
Just shut up. Aaron, do you have a beef of the week?
I do. My beef of the week is with the movie Gross Point Blank.
What?
Oh, dude, I love that
No,
movie. What's
no.
going on, dude?
It's phenomenal.
No.
Aaron, you don't like it at all?
No.
It's a
Dude.
macro beef? Oh,
It's-
dude, wow.
It's bad, guys.
Dude, let,
What?
let that movie open the doors of love to your heart, dude.
Yo, good
No.
one.
No, I love John Cusack. I love Say Anything much more than that. But, man, it's the opening scene with Dan Aykroyd. What are those two guys even saying? Like, they're clearly improvising dialogue. They have no business improvising dialogue.
The dialogue's brilliant.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
such
love
a great
Aykroyd.
premise for a movie.
I
It's-
gotta watch that again.
Oh,
It's
I love that scene in
it's
the
on
diner.
HBO. It's real rough.
Well, I don't want to get into a semantic debate. I just want the protein.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Me?
I mean, there are some funny
Me?
lines.
Go Chi on you? No, never.
Yeah, it's just weird. I
Interesting.
was.
Do you
not
like
a fan.
Aykroyd? Do you like Dan Aykroyd?
I do.
Aaron?
Yeah, I do.
But more for his alien stuff, not really for his movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're into the UFO angle.
That's mostly the
You love
vodka.
his fashion.
I'm into the
You love-
vodka.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. So had you
Yeah.
seen it before? Or was this
I'd
your
never
first
seen it. My wife and I both watched it last weekend on HBO, and whew,
Probably in my top 25 movies of the 90s.
that's what I've been hearing from people after I posted about it on social media. Just like, but I don't know. Maybe you need to rewatch it. But
I rewatched it last 2 years ago on Shrooms on New Year's, and I was like just as blown away with it as ever.
Well, then I should have done shrooms to watch it the first time.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Ugh,
that's a huge beef, dude.
Yeah, that is big, dude. That hurts.
sorry, truth hurts.
It's true.
My beef of the week is with Bob Iger. I listened to his book as per Chad's recommendation. I recommended to all the Stokers. It's great. It's so inspiring, especially the earlier stuff where it's like him on the come up, and it's just like these blood and guts stories of him making it happen in the industry. Once he comes into power, I think he has to play it a little bit safer with the perspective, but it's a super compelling book, and he's a really smart, interesting guy. Has like great empathy for all of his bosses, like for their weaknesses and their strength, and it really and it's a super positive attitude that I think a lot of entrepreneurs have. That's really great to hear because it just makes you feel like the world's going to work out better. But I have a beef with him because he talks about how the industry used to be harder in the 70s and 80s. Like it was a harder industry to work in, and how there was like more horror stories of like bosses being abusive to their staffs and stuff. And I've PA'd on not a ton, but on a couple shows and stuff. And I would say it's just as hard now. It's just the stories don't come out until years later. You know what I mean? Most bosses don't get in trouble when they're in power. And I'm not even talking about grave offenses. I'm just talking about garden variety, mom and pop, like boss being a dick and being unfair to their staff. And I think it's just as hard now as it was then. I just think you just don't know the stories yet. And maybe you're not as connected to the people who are working at that level. But I think it's just as hard today. And then this is just a funny thing. He tells a story about going when he was working in news. He went to one of this asshole news producers studios to get a report on something. And when he came in and asked him for the report, the guy flipped his dick out and said, "That's my report." And
Wait, no. How do you say it though? He's like, or have Bob Iger say it.
It's so funny on the books on tape. He's like, "I went into the news studio head's office and I said, 'Hey, do you have the new report on our sports night tonight?' And he proceeded to pull out his penis. 45 years later, I still burn with anger at the memory of this."
Fair.
It's like this. Yeah, it's totally fair, but it's just so, I was just dying laughing. I was laughing so hard when he told the story, which is maybe not good. I called Chad and I was like, "Dude, Bob Iger just told a story about a guy flashing his dick at him." And I just was like dying laughing at the because he has this very professional voice. So when he talks about it, it's actually yeah, that's fine. All right.
What his boss should have just said was, "Shut up, dude."
Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My baby of the week is this customer service rep, AJ. I talked to from GoDaddy. Just a solid guy all around. Got me really into Indian Punjabi rap music, which fired me up. And just a great guy to chat with, you know. He's a good customer service rep. He kept the conversation going. He kept bringing up new stuff. We vibed over Tiger King. And we got into music and then Ragers and cooking and working out. I mean, we covered all the bases in a customer service chat. So just want to give a shout out to AJ. Thank you so much.
That's
Freaking
awesome.
sick.
That was
Nice.
so funny, man.
Yeah, I
thanks.
loved it, dude.
Have you listened to that rapper?
I did, yeah. I listened to it in real time when I was chatting with him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
He's good.
That's good. Joe, who's your babe of the week?
My baby of the week is actually Farmers Insurance. They are my they're my car insurance company, and my bill this month was like $100 less than it usually is,
Oh, nice.
which is a really cool move by them.
That's awesome.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Shout-
I didn't even add, yeah, I think a lot of the companies are doing stuff like that, but yeah, it was cool just to see that. It was like very nice because I'm not driving anywhere, so don't charge me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
That is what's up. Strider, who's your babe of the week?
Dude, my baby of the week's got to be my GF, dude. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I kind of, showed my hand. But, dude, she's been playing the keyboard. She freaking ordered one in the q-tine, dude, to freaking, just work on her dome and do something for some enjoyment for herself. And I was just so impressed and admire how good she was, dude. When immediately I was like, "Oh, I want to hear you play now." She's like, no, but I'll let you can listen when I'm ready. I'm like, "All right, for sure." And then she was like, "Do you want to hear?" I was like, all right. And then she freaking just crushed Shallow from what's that freaking movie? Why am I blanking on
Stars
that movie?
Born?
Yeah, Stars Born. Not an easy song, and a really great piano song too. So, gotta go to my GF, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
Dude, my babe of the week, and we've talked about it a bit as well, is Call of Duty.
Oh,
I mean, dude,
yeah.
what Call
Yeah.
of Duty is doing in this time cannot be overstated. Like, I am connected with my dogs, and our friendship is deeper than it's ever been. Like, we are working together towards a common goal. The world is burning around us, and we're having the time of our lives just blowing domes off and trying to be strategic. And the way it creates new dynamics amongst like I have friends who have always seen as having like one kind of dynamic, and their dynamics are changing because of Call of Duty. And like you get to see leadership qualities in some guys, you get to see strategic qualities in some guys, you get to see courage under pressure in some guys. It's just I don't know. It's been I think the best part of the quarantine is just playing Call of Duty and seeing everybody's personality shine. I think
Couldn't agree more.
and then, dude, once in a while, I'll play with random strangers, and you'll just talk to a rando and try to connect with them while you're playing Call of Duty. Sometimes, there's a lot of weirdos out there. It's just a good sample size of what the world's like, and I don't know. I think Call of Duty is just maybe the most important thing in the world right now.
I think you might be right.
Verdansk is the most important place.
So
Dude,
true.
it's huge. The
No
war
COVID
zone,
in
dude.
Verdansk, dude. Although there is gas coming in heavily that will kill you.
Dude, like
Got guys
Chili's,
closing it.
Chili's strategy to get the recons and to know where the final circle is going to be.
Bro, just wait till we get to the Legends of the Week, bro. Just wait.
Aaron, do you have a babe of the week?
I do. My babe of the week is the Instagram account Sack Squatch. You guys familiar?
No.
I don't know.
SAXSQUATCH. Sack Squatch. It's some dude in North Carolina who dresses up like Sasquatch with a bandana and big ass shades and just plays saxophone covers out in the North
That is
Carolina wilderness.
amazing.
It's
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
it's so
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
That guy's a
Because-
genius.
Yeah, and he does other stuff where he does original songs too, where he has like a keyboard and a loop pedal and a bass, and he's really good and it's super fun, and I just love anyone that's that insane.
That's awesome.
That's genius, dude. I'm gonna follow that.
Yeah, it looks hilarious. I just looked it up.
Oh, can you guys hear him? Hang on, I don't hear him. Give me a second.
I can hear Chad.
There we go.
I can hear him.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, my legend of the week is Jerry Stiller, who tragically died on Monday. I know him primarily through Seinfeld as George Costanza's father, Frank Costanza. Arguably one of the best parts of that show. I mean, he was so funny every time. He just delivered the goods every time. So memorable, so funny. And you could tell underneath it all, he was a really sweet guy too. I felt like underneath the Frank character, he was just you could tell he seemed like he's probably a joy to be around. And in Zoolander, he crushed it. I forget the character's name, but I just want to give a shout out. I will continue to watch Seinfeld in your honor and let your comedy live on. Thank you for all the laughs, and thank you for being Frank and also Jerry. Yeah, he's my legend.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Joe, who's your legend?
I mean, I feel like I should say, I was going to go with one of the Peloton instructors, but no, I'd rather do Michael Jordan.
Nice.
Yeah, especially with the last couple episodes of The Last Dance coming up this Sunday.
Yeah.
Truly watching a guy that, we admired growing up as kids in Chicago. Just to see his competitive fire and see the way his teammates respected him and how he got the best out of everybody was just great. And he probably could have went pro in baseball too. They were saying, guy's just a true legend. And Terry Francona was his manager, and I did not remember that at all. So that was cool to see.
He stole 30 bases in 100 games.
He did?
At 6'6".
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
That's insane, dude.
Well, yeah, because they said he hit 200, and they're like, some of their best prospects didn't hit 200.
Yeah.
Dude, what about this is a different part, but what about when his personal trainer, Tim Grover, talks about his commitment to working out?
Oh yeah.
and starts crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Can you
does.
Great
imagine
stuff.
inspiring your trainer that much that they cry talking about your fucking work ethic?
It's crazy, dude.
That's
It's like-
nuts.
After the finals, he's like, "So you're gonna take some time off?" And Jordan goes, "I'll see you tomorrow."
Well, yeah. Well, that was after they lost to Orlando in the '95 playoffs. Yeah.
Did that
Dude,
Orlando team? Did they lose to the Rockets?
Yeah.
Man, they should have beat the Rockets that year.
Did they?
Dude,
They made the
Hakeem
finals
worked
that year.
Hakeem worked Shaq. Yeah.
But that team was good, dude. They had Penny Hardaway, Horace Grant, who was amazing, and that other guy they mentioned, Anthony or something like that,
Nick
or
Anderson.
Nick
Yeah.
Anderson was
They
good. yeah.
choked a few of those early games away. I think they could have won game one, and I think Nick Anderson bricked 2 free throws at the end. And I think
Ah.
Shaq had some free throw woes as well. And they just kind of weren't old enough. They were all like, besides Horace Grant, their best players were all in their first 3 years or so.
Yeah. Who else was on the Rockets there? It was Olajuwon. Was Ori on that team?
Well, that's when
I think-
Clyde Drexler was there
Clyde
too.
Drexler was
Yeah.
there the second
Oh,
year,
he's a
yeah.
beast. Yeah.
And then I think they had a Kenny Smith, the guy who was on TNT.
Oh yeah, Kenny Smith.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, he
on
was a
there.
point guard.
Yeah. But it was mostly Hakeem, dude. He was the best player in the league.
Barkley wasn't there yet, right?
No, Barkley
he
went
came-
right. Barkley went when Jordan came back, so he missed the window.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Barkley I think went to the Rockets. Didn't he go the year after Jordan retired with Scotty? And they were the best team in the league, but then
No, he went the year Jordan came back from baseball.
Damn.
right.
Mm.
So the Rockets won 2, and then Barkley came. They won nothing.
Right.
And so did he.
It was pretty great watching those Barkley highlights when he was on the Suns in the finals. Dude, that guy,
Yeah, he was awesome.
freak
was good.
athlete, dude. That's
Yeah, I think because he's such a tub now, people forget how good that he was.
Yeah.
so good.
Led the league in rebounding at 6'6".
Nuts.
Jordan doesn't talk to him anymore. They're not friends anymore because Barkley criticized him as a GM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what about when Jordan cries at the end of episode 7?
Dude, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Break.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's right.
figure like everyone's seen it for some reason. Yeah. It's like, if you don't want to play that way, then don't play that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break.
Yeah.
Yep. Break.
You guys want to win titles or not? Go the fuck home if you don't want it.
I love it. I don't think Jordan could do anything wrong ever, dude. Like, I feel like Jordan could come in and literally he beat up Steve Kerr, but if Joe.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were
if Joe
talking
beat-
earlier about like he was the older brother who pushed all the younger brothers and gave the younger brother that fighting spirit.
Would Joe, would you be mad if Jordan upper decked your toilet?
No.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know
I'd
what
be
upper
honored.
is- you know
Yeah,
what
me
upper decking
too.
Is, right? You would like if Jordan upper decked your toilet?
I would think it
Dude,
means
I would love it.
I would think it means he sees potential in me.
Yeah.
Because he'd only be doing that evil thing to you because he would be making you better at something.
He wouldn't do that if he thought I was a scrub. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah,
Can you
the upper
imagine
deck-
walking in? He's upper decking it, just stone faced, looking at you.
With a cigar, dude.
I'd be like asking people like, who upper decked me? Was it Rodman or was it Jordan? And then they're like, it was Jordan. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I have potential. Yeah. If
Good
it was
call.
Rodman, I'd be like,
Dude, it was Rick Smits, dude. Sorry, dude. Smits got you, bro.
Greg Oyster tag, dude.
Yeah, oyster tag, dude.
Yeah, Jordan's amazing. Most compelling human being ever. Aaron, do you have a legend of the week?
Yeah, my legend of the week is comedian David Cross.
Nice.
Just thinking about how good a stand-up he is, how his first special, The Pride Is Back, is like just amazing, top to bottom. Even the beginning, like there's like a sketch at the beginning that's really great, where it's like he's at a restaurant having dinner, and a lady recognizes him, and she's like, "You're David Cross." He's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Can you come do some stand-up right now, like across the street?" And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then they do it, and then it's this whole adventure to get into the theater, and then he does a special. It's amazing. And then of course he was on Mr. Show, which is one of the best sketch groups of all time and sketch shows.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's married to Amber Tamblyn, and they have a baby.
Yeah.
It's like another crazy chapter.
And he looks kind of badass now.
Yeah, he's all tatted up and bearded. And, oh yeah, Arrested Development. Like
Yeah, he has a big.
Yeah.
so many so many facets.
Stokers might know him from Scary Movie like 2 or something like that.
Yeah, too, with the weird hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Take my strong hand.
Or no, that's Chris.
No,
That's
you're
Chris
right.
Elliott.
It's Chris Elliott.
Yeah, but I think
That's
David
Chris
Cross is Chris. He's in the wheelchair.
He's the
right?
dude in the wheelchair with the.
Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Strider, did you say your legend of the week?
Not yet. I mentioned it, which is maybe why you delayed it. Maybe you were saving the best for last. I don't know. In any case, no, dude. My legend of the week goes by gamertag Sneaky Cho. This is our dog Chili, dude. The dude is amazing at Warzone, bro. He comes in and honestly, we had it. Everyone in our group of bros figured we had it all figured out of like just edgelording our way in with the gas and then making our move, staying low. He's like, nah, dude, we got to get recons and a scavenger, buy up, get our loadouts, know exactly where it ends, and then make our drop out.
There you
Yeah.
are. Now you're
You're
back.
back.
I'd be happy to restate it. Okay, my legend of the week this week goes by gamertag Sneaky Cho. Our dog Chili, dude. The guy's a freaking beast. He's renovated the game of Warzone Battle Royale for our entire group of bros. We thought we had it figured out with edgelording. He's like, no. We got to get recons and scavengers, know exactly where it ends, then move in, buy up, get our loadouts, get gas masks, get self-revives. And he does it all fast, dude. And the guy's like, he's the commanding officer getting it done. So what a beast. And then literally in the time we've been doing this podcast, he emailed me. He knows what weapons I use. He emailed me the ideal loadouts for the M4A1 and the MP7 for Warzone. It's
You got to
different
forward
from,
that to me.
Oh, I'll forward it to you for sure. Yeah, he even said in there, he goes, forward this to any of the bros. I'll forward it to you. So the dude's just a beast, dude.
And now everyone
Freaking
else
Chili,
is doing
dude.
his
Jason
tactics,
Cho.
right?
Beast. What's that?
Everyone else is doing his tactics now, right?
Yeah. So fired up legend, dude.
Good to be 11 again.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dude, I am 11 again. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
dude, one of my
Probably more
favorite
like 13 because
Warzone.
I'm jacking myself. Wait, what's up? Sorry, Chad.
One of my favorite war zones was with you, Joe, and Chili.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
a killer squad, dude.
Joe is
Yeah.
great, dude. Joe is
Joe's great.
great at
Joe
Warzone.
Pelazon is very, very good.
Yeah, not me, Joe P.
Yeah, dude.
Although Joe, with your haircut, you look like you would drop into Warzone. You definitely look like a dude.
Yeah,
who'd
should
be
I
at
should
like
sign up.
Promenade West in Verdansk or something.
Dude, I was one of the worst I was probably the worst player in that squad, but for some reason twice it ended up just being me solo. So I got running. I'll buy you back, dudes. just getting shot in the dome within like 10 seconds. Oh man,
That's awesome. My legend of the week is long drives. I did a long drive from here to Montana. We talked about it briefly earlier. Dude, it was just incredible. I was nervous to get out on the road. I was like, is this going to feel like 2 years? But then you get used to just how time moves when you're on the road. And then on that second day when it was 6 hours, it went by so fast. And you listen to music and it hits deeper. And then I listened to Always Remember Us This Way to reference A Star Is Born Again as I drove through Arizona. You know, that opening line is that Arizona sun.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Love
I
it.
just looked at, and then you see what Bradley Cooper or whoever the songwriters were thinking about when they saw Arizona. And you're like, oh yeah, this song does speak to like the terrain here and to the environment. And then you drive through all these little towns, you just get to see how everybody else is living, and you get a sense of everything. And you just feel kind of more in touch with yourself. Like I was just like, you know, I cried 5 times. I died laughing 5 times. I got fired up 5 times. And then, you know, you get where you're going, and I'm actually really excited to drive back. It's
Hell
super
yeah.
fun. Long drives, and you can still do that during the quarantine. You can be safe and just go for a long drive, and then go check out something beautiful, and then drive home, and it'll be time well spent. Yeah.
Beast.
Chad,
long drives are the best.
it's amazing, right? Dude, I was
Yeah.
thinking about you and your brother.
I don't like.
I remember you telling me you and your brother drove from New Orleans to New Mexico, straight shot, no stop. And I
Wait.
remember when.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I remember when you told me about it, I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty crazy. But then doing it, I was like, I can't believe like you guys were just alternating who was taking naps and shit like that.
Yeah, dude. I gotta give the credit mostly to him because I slept like 75% of that trip. but we we started driving New Orleans like 3 a.m.
It's like an 18-hour drive.
Yeah, and then we hit In and Out in like Dallas or something. Got 25 or 20 Flying Dutchmen, and that was it. We ate 10 Flying Dutchmen each.
Oh my god.
They're still pretty good when they get cold.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a patty, 2 slices of cheese, and another patty.
Oh no, bread. Okay,
It's like a meat cheese. It's like a meat grilled cheese.
nice.
Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Van Wilder, starring Ryan Reynolds. Her name is Naomi. That's I moan backwards.
I remember that line.
That's a great
It's a good one.
Good. I don't know.
I watched that one of the horniest times of my life.
Yeah.
So that movie stayed with me.
When they jack off the dog into all the eclairs and then they have those
Yeah.
frat bros eat it.
Oh yeah.
The villain in that movie is great. That guy does a
Dude.
great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of looks like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
Ryan Reynolds. Before he got some work done to his face, his chin's a little bit weird.
Yeah, he got his chin. Now he's got like a butt chin.
Spartacus chin, dude.
Smart. Joe, what's your quote of the week?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
We'll come back to you. Strider, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week is, and I've been talking about this. I think I mentioned Confucius earlier. My quote of the week is from him, and it is, "Never give a sword to a man who can't dance."
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
I think it's a layered statement, and I like it. You know, it's like, yeah, this guy probably won't be able to use it well, but also he's going to be too pent up. He's going to be too wound up. He's going to be angry with that sword in his hand. You need a guy who's able to get out and express himself and move a little bit, have some humility. You know, you don't just give the weapon to someone who's all ego. So I think, yeah, fire me up.
Love it, dude.
That's awesome.
Aaron, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week is it's actually an album title by David Cross, and I have the visual for you as well, so you can see why I love it so much. It's "Shut Up, You Fucking Baby." And here I'll share the screen so you can see it on YouTube.
That's great.
That's a good album.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it
dude.
looked cool.
That's great.
So to describe it for people just listening on audio, he's giving someone a big hug and looking past them, and it's called "Shut Up, You Fucking Baby." And I just love that contradiction of those two things.
Hilarious.
That's great.
My quote of the week is from the movie Silver Linings Playbook. It's Robert De Niro at the end. He's talking to his son, Bradley Cooper, who's hasn't really recognized that he actually should be with Jennifer Lawrence and not his first wife that he's kind of hung up on. And then Robert De Niro says, "Let me tell you, I know you don't want to listen to your father. I didn't listen to mine. And I am telling you, you got to pay attention this time. When life reaches out at a moment like this, it's a sin if you don't reach back. I'm telling you, it's a sin if you don't reach back. It'll haunt you the rest of your days like a curse. You're facing a big challenge in your life right now at this very moment, right here. This girl loves you. She really, really loves you. I don't know if Nikki ever did, but she sure as shit doesn't right now. So don't fuck this up."
Nice.
I love that part, dude.
That's
It's so good.
great.
That movie is so good.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Yeah, I saw that alone in a theater, and I was like, it just fired me. It was during like winter break, you know, and I just got wrecked.
Dude,
Yeah. I feel you.
I could feel that. I was seeing the movie at the same time, and I was like, I think Chad's hard right now.
Yeah,
That's the right type
I
of
think
theater to get erect
I-
in, dude.
dude, I think I texted that to you actually.
That's why I knew. Yeah, you texted
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I told you I was hard.
That's why I knew. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
when I saw that movie, it was right after the Dark Knight shooting happened. Bummer.
Uh-huh.
You're a real asshole to the guy who did that. And then fucked with a sacred place. Fucked with a sacred place, the fucking movie theater. And I was seeing Silver Linings Playbook at Century City. I was so paranoid, and I thought someone in the theater was suspect. And I was with my girlfriend, so I felt the need to protect. So I followed the person to the bathroom.
Nice. And did you get hard on being a protector?
Yeah, and then I was taking a piss, and I was like, dude, why am I too messing like this? And then I texted you, and I was like, dude, I'm trying to be a vigilante and I got a hard on. And he said, follow your heart, dude.
Yeah.
So I walked up to the guy with the hard on and I said, if you pull out a gun during this movie, I will fucking slap you with this thing. And nothing happened. So, you know.
Did
Dude,
he see
Chad.
your boner?
Yeah, he was looking at it. He was like, and then he looked up at me kind of scared. I said, if you fuck around, I'll slap you with this thing. And he
That's
didn't
awesome.
he didn't do anything for the, he didn't even go back in the theater. He was so scared.
That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, mission accomplished. Chad, do you have or Joe, do you have a quote of the week yet?
Yeah, I guess all I can really think of is a sub above, and that's Jersey Mike's slogan. I've had them for lunch. Well, I mean, I've had them for lunch like 3 days a week. Like I'll order like 3 wraps at a time and just have lunch for 3 days.
Smart.
Number 7 turkey provolone.
Yep.
So I do that, and yeah, they've really been coming through for me. And, you know, and Strider and I are going to get some 43s, and
Hell yes. I love that. That's
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's a great
That's great.
restaurant.
That's fantastic.
Chad, do
Sub
you have
above.
a phrase of the week for getting after it?
Let me get the special sauce. Or no, maybe more. This is more actionable. Let's get the special sauce,
Mm.
and then let's snowball.
Nice, dude. Steamy addendum. I like it.
Oh wait. I gotta change it. Hey, dude, have you heard about snowballs? Are you hung?
Joe, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
It's damn it. Let me think of one.
Strider, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
Phrase of the week for getting after it is, where are we dropping? This is, of course, in reference to dropping into Verdansk Warzone Battle Royale. And I love it.
So I love that.
When I hear where we dropping, oh,
Promenade West every time, baby.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I love the promenade.
That's my territory, dog.
Same. It's the best.
I love it. This is, of course, in reference to.
Aaron, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
I guess my phrase of the week I'll pull it from Gross Point Blank. I'm a professional killer.
Yeah,
Yep.
good part. All right, my phrase of the week for getting after it is our friend Lucchese was telling us he's from England, and he was telling us that during World War II, this was a popular song that everybody used to sing, especially kids used to sing about Hitler. And it's kind of blue humor, but it's a good way to put something evil into a perspective that makes it feel dumb and silly.
I love it.
Goring has only got one ball. Hitler's are so very small. Himmler's so very similar. And Goebbels has no balls at all. I guess all the British kids used to sing that during WWE2.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
We gotta
great.
we have to come up with a Corona version, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And take it to them. Joe, you got a phrase of the week for getting after it?
Yeah, let's go to the beach. Beaches are open. You're allowed to walk on the beach. Let's go catch some rays, check out some babes.
Oh, nice, dude.
Love it, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you can't sit, because if I'm walking and staring at chicks, I stay on the move. I'm not creeping them out.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Peace.
All right, dudes, that's
What's
it.
up?
All right, guys. Is that the pod?
That's the pod, baby. It was good catching up.
Nice, dudes. Yeah.
Yeah,
seeing you
good
guys.
time.
We'll run it back soon.
Love it.
Yeah, dude. Stay strong in the q-tine. Let me know if you're going to the beach.
I'm doing Wim Hof's breathing method twice today.
Oh, dude, that fires me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it twice a day.
Dude, ever since that podcast, I've been hopping in the cold shower like when I wake up.
Dude, I
Which
do it at night. I do
That's
it at like
awesome.
1 in the morning.
That's awesome
ahead.
too.
How is it in the morning? Just a straight shot of coffee?
It's just like you get so fired up and you're just like, I just get so happy. And I'm like, all right, let's do this.
I know. I want
Yeah.
the shower to get colder. I'm like, is this cold enough?
I know. I have that problem too.
You just do it for like 10 seconds though, and that's it.
No,
Dude, a couple minutes.
yeah, a couple
Nah.
minutes.
You're not soaping up though and all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I do the whole
It-
thing. Yeah.
yeah. Well, in the morning, if I'm just doing a quick dip, I don't. But regular showers, I do regular showers cold, and I soap up.
But I'm gonna get into one of these Montana rivers or lakes and just
Oh yeah,
I'm
That's
that's
pumped for it.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Become immortal. Here's a character. Wait, can I do my Wim Hof impression real quick?
Yeah.
When you breathe real and deep and powerful, you will feel a new happiness, a new surge of life. And I promise you, your boner will be strong. Strong.
He's like, when my dick goes in the cold, it goes by. And it gets mad at me, and then I come out and the blood comes flowing to my cock.
Cytokinetic endorphin rush to your penis, my friend. Surging, scientifically verified. The scientists are now saying it. It will boost your cock, I promise you. But I do feel way better. I feel way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That breathing
amazing.
shit
dude.
gets me high as fuck.
My cock is 18 years old. I am 55. My cock 18 years old. My cock is doing algebra 2. My cock has homework due. My cock is going to prom.
I picked my cock up off the school bus. It hasn't got its driver's license yet. It's too busy being hard all the time.
My cock has an SAT score of 1580.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, man.
Nice.
All right, dudes. I'll see you in the war zone.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Yeah, bros.
Later, guys.
If you need advice,